and live.
Ooh woo.
Howdy, everybody.
Oh, whoa.
Your dick is not needed. Welcome to the Vayvay's podcast with your host Vayvay and our co-host Peach. Today's topic, we're going to be doing some D&D. I'm sorry.
No, bro, you're fine. We love it. Fingers crossed everything sounds good and works.
Don't
well.
apologize for being an idiot because we all are.
Yeah, like, have you not seen me? Me, I play a smart character. Also, me has my character run after werewolves.
She's smart, but she lacks a slight bit of common sense.
Yeah, when it comes to certain things, yeah.
Right.
And then I just have a dumbass.
No, all of you do.
It's just our degree of dumbassery. Some characters are more dumbass than others. Well, sorry we weren't here last week. A bunch of us were busy last week, so we had no time to play. But
Oh my god, Justin. Justin, do you see what Deja just did? Hello?
Yes, but I'm not going to say anything because we're on stream.
Oh my god.
If you guys want to talk about it, maybe be yourself, so don't interrupt me.
No. I'm not gonna say it.
Anyway.
But yes. We weren't here last week, but we are back this week.
Had a wedding to go to. It was terrible.
Fun times in Cleveland today.
School sucks.
Yeah, people returning back to school as well. So I think everyone apart from people who are not in school anyway are back to school. Which is, I think, just me and Burb. I think we're the only two who's
The one who are legally adults and don't have college.
Yeah. But we are back. Maybe. Possibly.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
But anyway, I'll give the recap because that's what I do a lot. So 2 weeks ago we played. Well, last session we played. So a lot happened, but so big barrier shit happened. We realized we couldn't pass through this giant fuck off barrier that has been summoned by the spirit of the old mayor, and now we can't pass through it. The night beforehand, Alina kind of told the rest of the party and confirmed it that yes, she is a lycanthrope, and the fact that she's a werewolf. Some other small things happened, but those are two. I think that I can't remember anything else that happened because I didn't watch the episode last time because I was tired. I think Brooke right now is meditating under a tree. The other three, which is Alina, Darius, and Bowie, were sat at a table. As Kenneth was just coming down as well to join them.
So, also, a little thing that Lois did forget is that the reason there's suddenly a barrier is because Bowie and Brooke pulled the bodies from the harbor, and when they did, they were attacked by the Watcher in the Mist, as he's being called, and the spirit of the last mayor appeared and protected them. The Watcher landed a hard hit on the spirit, and just before he, I guess you could say, dissipated, he cast a spell that he created while he was alive, which they found out from his brother.
Thank you. I was like, I know I'm forgetting something, but what is it? I'm a dumbass. Thank you, Peach.
Alina had a seizure. That happened. Yeah, Yeah, Alina had a seizure.
Yeah.
And nobody knew what the hell to do.
It's fine. She's fine now. She's fine
Sounds
physically.
life-threatening.
She's fine physically, but
mentally, on the other hand,
no.
We don't talk.
I don't think she's fine at all.
Physically, she's fine, but mentally, not at all right now.
Oh,
What is mental stability?
Mental stability is overrated. Just ask me. Hey. change the screen. Also, for this, I can't see the chat because my phone is semi-broken. It doesn't charge.
I got it.
Thank you. My phone is somewhat broken. It doesn't charge as well anymore, which means the fact that I usually can't go anywhere more than about 60% because my charge only works at certain angles, but it only charges for like 10 minutes before I have to stop because I have to move it every 10 minutes to get 10 minutes of charge.
McKinley. I got that reference.
It took me a second, and I was like, "Oh,
Someone explain.
McKinley made a
don't explain.
message
Don't explain."
that says, "Can't get through a barrier? Well, try poisoning a tree that basically keeps the daughter of the lightning god alive."
Oh my god! Percy Jackson reference.
That took me a hot
You know what?
second.
Screw it. I'm opening Twitch.
Alright.
She's practically fine, Lois. She says as she's violently shaking
Alright.
on the bed.
Right. Before we continue,
It's not a seizure. She's dancing.
I have it's dancing while lying down. I have one piece of fan art to show off this week. This was another commission by again Dagna Rose, who I've already showed off twice. This was one commissioned by Kit of her own character Brooke, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful.
It brings me an immense amount of joy.
Valid as it should. It brings me an immense amount of joy. It's not even my character. I don't even buy this commission. It's intense zoom. Also, you
Also, I know.
Go on.
I see JT is here. Is he alive?
Sadly, yes.
Oh, I haven't heard you speak until now.
JT's just silent. Remember, he's silent for
You
5
haven't been
minutes.
missing much.
No. Hi, Pink. I will give you pets.
Some asshole on the highway who has a small
Don't-
dick.
Don't say that, Lois has a fetish.
Anyway,
Oh my god, Peter just saw the meme that you posted.
Don't pretend like I'm the only one who heard that.
Yeah,
Come on,
just
guys.
JT, I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I'm certain I heard Lois say, I will give you pets.
Towards Pink.
No.
I said I'm petting Pink.
Alright, I'll let you know that just this once. Keep your heresy away from me.
I will show off the
God.
Pink if I have to. Here, I'm gonna show her off for a second. Here is the little shit. I love her. She's Kintry. Anyway, we've dawdled enough. Let me close that down. I should do a little more. Alright. I am ready for death.
Tree.
squawk.
All right. Mental note. Who's the first one to die today?
Wasn't that already always the plan?
No.
No? Okay, well, it's mine.
All right.
Death by Eels 2.0, and this time they rain from the sky.
All right. When we left off last time, where was everyone's character beside who and besides Brooke?
Table. We were all at a table together.
That'd be a fucking ass.
JT, no.
So Darius, Alina, and Bowie were at a table.
Yep. Sat down doing table things.
AKA breakfast.
Mhm.
That everybody keeps sleeping.
Really? I didn't know that's what you did at a table when it's early in the morning. I had no idea.
I mean, we never do it.
Because I don't get up early enough to eat breakfast, dummy.
Exactly. That's my point.
So what was everyone's
Watch the
character doing?
IQ-based slurs speech.
What was everyone's character doing?
I think we're all discussing like stuff we need. Like I think Alina was
Brooding.
Yeah, and eating. True. We were eating actually. Yeah.
No, I didn't say eating, I said brooding.
Brooding. Yeah, brooding.
You guys can talk
Shut
about what
up,
you're doing,
edgy
but
main character.
no, I can. I'm not the fucking main character. It's a D&D party.
There's no.
Really?
I'm the edgy side character.
That's the joke.
Stop
Lily's
putting
chatting with Darius.
that guy role on me.
You're not. Don't worry, JT. You're not that guy. So yeah, I think we were all sat at the table, brooding, eating, talking. Well, talking.
Yeah, I'm almost done kind of eating, talking about like, hey, maybe we can tell the mayor about.
Who wants to start?
Well, Kenneth was coming down, so Justin, do you want to start?
So once he comes down the stairs, Kenneth is going to look around for the party, seeing as everybody left him because he was busy doing Bowie's rituals, and walks over once he finally spots them.
Oh, morning, Kenneth.
You get any sleep? Last night was kind of chaotic.
She just, enough.
Well, enough is more than none. That's good.
I guess.
He's gonna lean in and kind of just jokingly like tilt his head towards Darius. Be giving you any trouble? Clearly in a mostly joking manner.
I don't even know what the hell you said.
He's gonna lean in closer to Alina, and he's gonna kind of shake his head, like nudge it, being like, "Hey, look at this," type of thing, without saying it, and be like, "He giving you any trouble?"
Oh, Lena shakes her head. No.
Is there any chairs around so I can pull up a chair to sit with them?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
okay. So he's gonna grab one and sit on the opposite side. Well, wherever there's an open space at the table. I don't know how big the table is.
There's plenty.
Okay.
So,
I'm passing the torch.
Kenneth, we have a slight situation on our hands outside.
He's gonna look at her confused. Didn't we just cover that situation? Thinking she's talking about the zombies.
She just kind of is like, I'm not sure, but, well, remember that blight, that barrier thing that we kind of saw?
Kind of. I saw it fly over.
Well, it might
What
be
about
the
it?
fact that we can't pass through it.
His demeanor is just gonna kind of disappear, and he's gonna be like, "Wait, what?
We can't pass through it. No one can pass through it. It's solid.
Have you tried digging under it?"
She just kind of looks at her hands. How can I dig under it?
Look, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even decide to even go near it. You just said it's impassable. My first thought is dig under, since I can't fly above.
I don't think we should really try and dig through stone.
I forgot it was stone. Did you try anything?
Brooke tried and I tried, and none of us could get through. Brooke even tried to water up into an animal, and that didn't work.
Okay, we do have another problem. Okay, I wonder how much this king actually had planned of us not coming back alive. Because if we're stuck in a barrier, do you think he kind of started the situation? Or did we fuck up?
Oh, he just shrugs.
Okay. He's gonna look at Darius. Did you know about this at any point of time, or did you just find out too?
First and foremost, what does the king have to gain by us dying? He's not except with money and resources.
Good point.
We're expendable, but it's not a suicide mission.
So, if we ruled out the fact that we don't think he sent us to die because he paid a lot of money, what do you think caused it to not let us out?
Well, I'm guessing it's some sort of last-ditch attempt to keep something out, so I'm guessing it's going to last until the spell can assure that people are safe. Perhaps it's some sort of last-ditch attempt for the town to get to safety. Train soldiers, defend themselves. In which case, all we're going to have to do is wait it out. I don't wear the targets here. I imagine it's just catching us in the effects of it that I'm intending to.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So he's gonna like think for a second. So do we just wait it out then and see if it disappears on its own, or do we try and see if there's a way for us to leave so we can continue looking for, I guess, the aquathenium and everything else?
Well, Brooke's gone off to meditate to prepare a spell that might remove it, but it's gonna take her a while, at least 8 hours. So we have at least minimum 8 hours to see if that works. It might not work, but it's worth a shot. Otherwise, we might just wait it out. But I'm gonna go and tell the mayor about all this and let him know that we're trapped, pretty much, for a bit. How long? We don't know. And that Brooke's gonna attempt to, well, see if she can take down the barrier.
Do you want an escort to go with you, or do you want to go alone? Because I know you don't really like being followed.
I don't like being followed when it's, well, without permission, but if you want to come with, you can. Thanks for asking.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come with, because I kind of want to see this for myself, too.
Yeah, it's something.
Good to know.
I better not delay this. She's gonna just stand up and push the chair and be I'm gonna go in a second. Just wait whenever you're ready, Kenneth, I'm ready to go.
He's going to stand up and stretch. Well, I have no other life. Let's go now.
Alright. She'll say too. We'll be back as soon as we can, once told to the mayor. You two take care.
As they go to leave, is there any table that just has like food just left on it from people who were done eating breakfast?
No.
Okay.
I just walking past.
Well, it's called he has a mouse and a bird he needs to keep fed. We'll just buy some bread later.
Yeah, just buy a whole loaf of bread. Ellie's gonna go towards the mayor with the mayor's office with Hoot. Kenneth. Name.
Alright, we'll come back to you two in a minute. What is Darius and Bowie doing?
I'm gonna go inspect the barrier for a couple of minutes. That could be longer if I have a breakthrough, but that remains to be seen. I'll see you later. Stay no trouble.
Is Barb even back yet?
I think Bird's AFK a second.
Alright, JT, what is it you said to Bowie? Because your mic is a little weird, so I didn't catch all that you said.
You're a little weird, you furry gamer D&D nerd.
What do you say?
You're back.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry.
You're all good, dude. Perfect timing, actually.
Yeah.
I said, Darius says, I'm going to go inspect the barrier. Maybe gone for a few minutes or longer, depending on if I have a breakthrough or not. That remains to be seen. I'll see you later. Stay out of trouble.
I honestly can't.
You cut out at the end, Burb.
I can't hear him at the moment. I'm sorry.
I can wait. I'm in no rush.
Dear Lord, my phone's audio is garbage. Ah,
Poor bird.
but guess, guys, if my PC would actually. There we go. I'm finally unmuted. Okay, sorry.
Alright.
Sorry
You're all
about
fine.
So what you say?
I'm going to go off and inspect the barrier. I may be out for a few minutes or longer, depending on if I go breathe through. That remains to be seen. I'll see you later. Stay out of trouble.
Bro,
There he's gonna rise and begin to make his way out sharply.
make sure you stay out of trouble too. Still got something to ask of you later.
Alright. And Darius is gonna walk out the door a little too quickly.
Alright. Bowie, what are you gonna do?
I just came back. Do you think I know?
Wow, Barb, how dare you not be prepared?
Look, I was busy. I was busy making deep fried Asian burritos. Okay, shut
I
up.
know what you were doing. Shut up.
But you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna update my character sheet in the wrong channel.
Please don't.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that cruel yet.
Yes, you are.
Maybe, but okay. I need a quick recap of what's going on. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's still the morning. Hoot has just returned from his praying. Hoot has just returned from his praying. Hoot and Alina just left to go talk to the mayor. Darius has just left to go inspect the barrier. Brooke is outside meditating, and you were the only one left at the table after you guys finished eating breakfast.
Better check on the animals, see how they're doing. So she's gonna go back to the stable, see if there's anyone left.
Alright, I'll go ahead and continue through, and I'll just go down the line with the others.
Alrighty.
Alright, so since the group of you already paid for your food, there's no reason for you to leave any coin. But you make your way out to the stable, and you find the animals where you guys left them last. You find Gizmo in his stall. He's actually eating his morning hay. You can tell it's fresh. It smells maybe like it was just freshly cut recently. And the other animals, Kolvar, Penelope, and the bird, are all in Kentry, are all sleeping together in like a little heap.
Natural instincts wants me to join in, but no. So for now, she's just gonna lay there for a bit, like not like right next to him, just lay there, rest for a bit, and most importantly, check on the cart, see if there's anything stolen.
Alright, where is it that you left the cart?
It was Gizmo, if I remember.
Okay, yeah. You had parked outside, and they had down in the area. The cart is actually right next door. It's slightly in the alleyway, slightly not. Actually, yeah, go ahead and roll me for an investigation.
Oh boy, what stuff did we lose this time?
Lois, what's the commands for the Twitch so people can know the description of the campaign and everything?
That's an 8.
I think it's r/d&d. I mean, there's a few actually. Just give me a second.
An 8. You cannot tell if you've lost anything or not.
Definitely not like the central island. That's good. At least I think. Maybe. That's fine. I'll go back to sleep. And yes, she does say this out loud.
Okay. Alright. So you're gonna go back to sleep?
Yep, in the barn with the animals.
Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and jump from you. Mr. Darius, what is it that you are doing?
Going off to outer space.
Christopher J. Diaz has arrived.
Oh, hold on. I'm not Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken's voice doesn't sound like this. I don't know how people thought it did, but I'm gonna start heading off. Probably. Because I've heard his voice, and he has a normal human voice. I don't know how it got to sound like that.
I think it's because of Wade.
Probably. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way downtown, walking fast towards the barrier.
And you're homebound?
My home is on Magia, so no. Home is where the heart is, and my heart was left in the shadow of the moon or something else, edgy. So you said the ground is apparently stone around this barrier?
No. So it's only stone in the town. There are parts where the barrier has gone to where it's grass and because it's part of the woods.
Well, I'm gonna try and eventually make my way. Whoa, fucking stand. I got new earbuds today. It's very hard to keep them in my ear. I'm gonna go to a part where there's wood.
And
when in doubt, go to the wood.
Alright. So you by wood I'm think you mean that you're going to an area where the ground is not stone?
I'm going to the woods where the ground is grass.
Okay. So you go to the area of the woods where you went last time and you're able to see that a bit of the woods is contained within the dome, but not all of it. But there's enough for you to get into some grass.
Well, I'm not gonna say it to his face, but it's a good idea that Kenneth had, so I'm gonna start digging.
You can't hear him because he's muted, but Justin's laughing in the other room.
Shut up, Justin.
I had a good idea.
Don't let it get to your head or you'll end up like me.
Alright, what would I have you roll for that? I don't even know.
No, all I'm doing is digging.
Yeah. Alright, after a bit, you stop digging just to see what progress you have, and right now it only seems that you've dug a hole. You can't really see if you dug deep enough for the barrier. Or are you digging on the edge of the barrier? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. You're able to see that it just keeps going.
Never mind. You had a terrible idea, Kenneth. Well, I'm gonna go to the waterfront.
Actually, you can't. So as you make your way back to the part of town where it's on the water, the only water source that you find actually is on your walk back when you pass by the pond that Burb or Bowie actually swam in with the animals before. You make your way back to the docks and find the dome stops just barely before the front of the water. So all the boats and the water are completely untouchable.
What a dick licker.
As you arrive to the docks to try and get to the water, you see quite a bit of people, and all of them seem quite perplexed, worried, and some a bit angry about what's going on. They don't know what the heck's going on. They don't know why there's a barrier. They don't know why they can't get to the water. Just a little a thing that Darius would know is that the docks or the ocean really is this village's main money source. So the fact that they can't get to their boats means they don't make any money today.
Well, I'm out of ideas. And consequentially, so is Darius, so time to use my big brain and think. Skip to someone else, which kindly.
All right, Alina and Hoot.
Oh, hello.
Tweet, tweet.
You're gonna get us both killed.
No, she's gonna find a way to keep you safe. Well, Kenneth gets killed right in front of her.
No, I wouldn't. I'd kill both of you at the same time.
Yeah, see?
Mm.
I'll get caught in the crossbar and die. Because Peach is cruel.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Alina's, and I guess Kenneth as well, with following her towards the, mayor's office.
All right, you guys, you leave. Actually, you two are the first ones to leave. So you actually see the group of people at the docks. You see the group of people at the docks, but you don't really stop to do anything since the two of you want to go to the mayor. So you keep on going, following the path to the more center part of town where the mayor's office is. And after a little bit of a walk, you do arrive there.
Oh, he's gonna very politely just knock on the door.
On the front door, or did you walk all the way up to his office?
The front door.
Okay.
Should have just barged into someone's possible house. Hey guys, what up?
No, okay, so the mayor's office is not his house. It's just like it's
Okay.
like the government building of the town,
Okay.
really.
I know some people, like, might share the same building.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, then she's gonna go in then by the front door.
Kenneth follows, just looking around as they're doing it, trying to like spot any opening in, I guess, the top of the barrier.
Say that again?
As they go in, Kenneth's gonna be like looking around, trying to spot any opening in any of the barrier, including like if he looked up and trying to spot like a hole or somewhere that the magic missed.
Roll me investigation.
Investigation. Okay, that's a different one.
Ooh, special.
That one.
Nat 20.
Nat 5.
Whoa.
It is a
12.
0.
investigation is
It's 12.
plus 5.
Oh no!
It's a nat one!
Shit, it wasn't a 12.
We have been failed.
Ha I curse all of you now. For the rest of the session, only get
Oh.
nat ones.
Oh, is the Nat 1 curse from my campaign I just played is gonna pass on? Oh, fuck.
That or this is how Peach is getting back at me for tweeting.
For doing what? Oh, tweeting. Yes, this is your punishment. You get to roll nat 1 the whole session. Alright.
Okay, be entertaining.
You look around, looking for any weak spots or any parts that the barrier could have missed, but the barrier is virtually invisible, and since you're not really sure what you're looking for, you don't even know if it's there.
Understandable.
It's not glowing. It glows very softly, but that was only at night. It's virtually invisible during the day.
So he's just gonna follow Elena inside then.
All right, you walk inside and find an unusual scene. You see a pretty decent group of people sitting in front of the secretary desk, and you see the tiefling secretary from before. The group of people that is sitting in front of her desk are, most of them, you see all of you can't really see their faces, but from their voices you can tell that they're scared, worried, and maybe a little bit angry, as there is this one particular man, you think maybe he's a Goliath, but just how tall he is, they're all basically asking the same question: what the hell is going on, and why can't they go to the water?
This looks like a job for me, guys. Playing the nice, charismatic character might finally play off. Well, first things first. Guess I'm gonna attempt. Ollie's gonna attempt to push away to the front.
Roll me strength check.
Hey, something I'm not good at.
Me with my +0.
Fuck, wrong one.
Lois, how dare you? Lois.
14. That took
Give me a
ages for it to load.
second.
That was not.
You rolled higher than me. Alright. It takes you a bit, but since you are smaller than the rest of the people in the crowd, both you and Hoot are able to push your way to the front. And you are now basically side by side this giant Goliath man.
Points for being short.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, short powers activate until I become tall in the campaign. And then I won't have that power.
And
anymore.
Kenneth stays short.
Short powers activate.
Being 5'4".
You have to do a voice.
I wish I could at this time, but I can't because it's loud. I can't be too loud. Anyway, let's close the window actually.
I'll save you 3 powers activate.
Activate. Alright. Actually, let me double check Alina. Let me open Alina's character sheet so I can just check her stuff. Alright. Now that she's at the front, Alina's gonna like look around and just kind of take a sigh and kind of like rub her head, realizing the frustration of everyone. She'll look to Kenneth and just go, should probably try and calm down the situation, shouldn't we?
Are you trying to make them quiet, or do you want to just go talk to the mayor first while everybody is distracted?
Well, Lisa, look, well, people are scared, angry, and sad, so we should probably stop before something bad happens.
As you are pushing your way to the front, you see the tiefling woman and standing in front of you, and she has her arms folded in front of her, and she's standing up to her full height. She's taller than both of you, not nearly as tall as the Goliath, but she's still pretty decently tall. It doesn't help that she's also wearing some pretty decently sized heels, and she's just standing there. And from the look on her face, you can tell that she is not happy in the slightest.
Mm-hmm. Just take a sigh and kind of look to the tiefling and just kind of say, need some help with the situation?
She looks down at you, realizing that she knows who you are, and simply gives a shake of her head. But instead, you can barely hear her over the group of people yelling around you. You can barely hear her enough for her to tell you to cover your ears.
I'm just gonna very quickly, let the captain just go, cover your ears very quickly.
He's going to attempt to, as his ears are covered in feathers, which are pretty much just holes in his head because bird.
Ellie's gonna cover her ears.
Alright, as you do, her voice is suddenly booming in the area as she screams, "Enough!" Every person around you very quickly covers their ears as she casts prestidigitation to make her voice sound louder, which, remind me again, that is a thing that spell can do, right?
That's thaumaturgy.
Okay, thaumaturgy then. Whoops. But
Bruh.
she uses thaumaturgy to make her voice much louder than it usually is. And you're both very glad that she told you to cover your ears. Otherwise, you're sure it would have been very painful. As after her voice stops echoing off of the walls, she clears her voice to gain everyone's attention once again. And her arms are still folded. And she tells everyone that the mayor is currently trying to figure out exactly what is going on, and once they figure out what to do about the barrier, then a solution will come to pass. She asks for them to now return to their homes and stay with their families. And you hear the group of people grumble and Most of them leave, but you still see a few people stay behind. One of them being the Goliath.
Elisa just kind of just like take a sigh and just kind of just look to the Goliath and just go, "So, why are you staying?"
This very tall man who towers over you looks down at you and then back at the woman. And his voice is very deep, much deeper than even the mayor. And he says he's still here because he has no money to get food for his family. So he's not sure what he's going to do without being able to work for the day.
Elisa's gonna just
Kenneth instantly hearing that is gonna just like, he's just gonna have a feeling in him, and he's just gonna look at him and go, "Money, how much need?"
I'm not taking your money, bird. I can get my own.
His
But
eyes
then-
widen and he takes a step back.
He gives a bit of a sigh after he realizes that you're just trying to help, and he says, I mean no offense, but a man who has a family who can fend for himself, it's a bit insulting. I know you mean no harm.
If need help, though, understand a family will help if needed.
Elisa says like just look. I understand. I come from a family that lived on nothing other than what we hunted. I come from a hunting family. But we're trying to sort out the barrier situation. Myself, my friend here, and a few others. We don't know how long it'll take. We are trying to sort this out.
He is quiet for a moment, and the next voice you hear is actually the secretary. She gives a bit of a sigh. Very thankful. You can see that the two of you have calmed the situation down greatly. And in a quiet, very gentle voice, which surprises the two of you since every time you've interacted with her, she seemed very aggravated or just very, not mean, but just tough, I guess you could say. And she asks the man to kindly go home and return to his family, that there will be rations shared with the members of the town shortly. And after giving a moment to think, he and the others that are with him all give a bit of a nod and turn to leave, leaving you alone with the secretary.
Once they're gone, Alina's gonna just kind of just rummage through her equipment, and she's gonna pretty much hand out give her a coin purse of 400 gold and just go, give that to the people for any lost wages. They need it.
She seems very shocked at the fact that a very young lady seems to have this much money on her. But after getting over her shock, she nods her head and thanks you and puts it away for now. And then she asks you what it is that you need and what you came for.
Well, like I said, we're trying to sort the barrack situation, and I'm going to tell the mayor that we're trying to sort this out. My friend Brooke, she's preparing a spell that might get rid of it, or at least, well, dispel it for some time. We're not sure. But seeing the fact that this was his brother, he might know more than us how to get rid of this.
Hang on, give me just a second. Lois, make sure your volume's okay because there's people in the chat asking why you're so quiet.
Oh, I think I know why. Give me a second. Okay, why the fuck am I that quiet? Hold the fuck up.
She says you're very quiet, but they can hear everybody else.
Give me a second. I think I know why. Give me a second. No. Okay, give me a second. Okay. That might be why. I think I know why. I think he was my noise suppression is just a little too low.
There.
Yeah. So it was muffling my voice more than it should have. Alright, sorry about that. Hopefully that's better.
All right.
Let me know if they can
That's
hear me
good, I
better.
said.
Okay, yes, thank God.
It was an instant thing.
Okay.
Okay, so you basically were telling her that you were there to help and to see you were there to see the mayor, basically what you're telling her.
Yeah. The fact that
Okay.
Brooke might have something to do, might be able to fix it, possibly. So another fact that we are trying, and just in case he knows anything else, because that is his brother.
Alright. She holds up a hand, like, and points one finger, basically telling you give her 1 moment, and with a snap of her fingers, she disappears completely from your view. And after a moment, she reappears and says that the mayor is waiting to speak to you.
She nods. Thank you. Come on, Kenneth. Hoot. Let's go.
He's just gonna nod and follow, not saying much.
And she's gonna walk to where the mayor's office is.
Alright.
And when she gets there, she's gonna just gently knock on the door.
Almost as soon as you touch the door the first time, you hear his voice tell you to come in, and before you can even touch the handle, the door opens up by itself.
I know they're just like mid knock, just slowly putting down her hand. She's gonna go, oh, thank you. She'll look back to Kenneth and just make sure the fact that he's not doing stupid Kenku stuff, trying to pretend. Before
Well, he's not saying anything, just to be safe.
Yeah, just make sure that he's not just like, I don't know, pecking something that he shouldn't be.
That was
Oh my
one
God.
time with a spoon.
But once the...
Welcome to my live stream.
I didn't do shit.
Alright, well, once the door's she's gonna just, she's gonna make her way and go, good morning.
Good morning. Much more of a morning than a good one.
Yeah, you can say that. But, well, we have some possible good news.
Which is?
Well, my friend Brooke, the water genasi, she is preparing a spell that might get rid of the barrier. Only might, we're not even so sure if it'll work. But it's a possibility.
What is it that she is attempting to do?
She's preparing a spell that might be able to remove the magical barrier.
I'll have to ask you to please tell her to not do that.
Why?
My brother made this spell before he died. It was one of the reasons why he was made mayor, because he was quite talented at making his own spells and used them for the good of the town. This is a spell he made in case of not something quite like this particular situation, but something perhaps similar. In case the village came under attack by water, this village was meant to hold out as long as the spellcaster could. Meant to protect them and keep them in and any attackers out. If I wanted to, I could easily dispel it right now, but I'm not going to.
She's gonna give a confused look. Why not?
The undead. I'm going to give my town a bit of time to prepare, and hopefully I was going to actually have my assistant call upon your group. I was going to ask if you would help me in defending our town from the undead.
You don't have to ask me twice. I'll happily help as best as I can.
Kenneth's just gonna nod.
I'm sure the others would happily help as well. I doubt they would be the ones to abandon a town to this fate.
I have to thank them, your Genasi and Tabaxi friend, for finding their bodies. Although I don't care very much for Adam for what he did. I can't exactly say my sister-in-law was any innocent either. Both of them there's preparations for both of them to be buried and returned to their designated family members. So I thank you for that, and I hope that when the spell does end, that the bodies being found would have put them to rest.
Hopefully.
So they not cause of zombie?
What do you mean? That's me asking, not the mayor.
He's saying, so are the bodies not the cause of the zombies?
He's quiet for a moment. No, I suspect that they are the exact cause of the undead. The banshee that I'm sure the two of you have seen, the clothes that she's wearing match the ones that the body of my sister-in-law was wearing.
I know. I figured it out myself.
But if bodies get proper burial, why zombies still attack?
I'll just shrug. I'm not sure. Vengeance? Curse?
Who knows? I can only hope that once they are buried, that maybe at least one of them can find peace and move on. No one should have died for cheating on their spouse, but my brother always did have a very violent temper. It's one of the only things that anyone could fault him on.
We will help how we can.
Yes. Can't offer much. I mean, I'm not the best, but whatever I can offer, I will do my best.
Me die easily, but me will still help. AKA, he's thinking all the way back to those fucking eels that almost killed him.
He just
He
shake
gives a
head.
nod. Go ahead.
And he just shakes a head when Kenneth says that.
He just shakes his head a bit and says that he only asks that your group save your strength for the next few days, as he thinks that perhaps the spell will not last very long.
Just kind of scratch the back of my neck and just so. If you don't mind, I have a very small but quick question.
What is that?
She's kind of like just nervously kind of like. So I heard that I don't know how to explain this, but apparently there's a lot of werewolves around here. I was just curious about that.
Yes, we have a few werewolf packs in the surrounding areas. Why do you ask?
Just experiences in my past.
She got attacked by Big Dog, but was okay.
Give me a second, guys. Give me a second.
Okay.
One Mississippi.
JT.
Those bastards lied to us.
There we go.
During this break, I would like to thank what could be our sponsor, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, I'll keep saying this until they sponsor us. Make it happen. Everyone post us on Twitter and retweet it at Mountain Dew until they sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please.
Or sponsor me. I will start streaming soon. If this is too cumbersome, hit me up. I drink your drink all the time. I will do it.
JT streaming? What kind of heresy is this?
Hey, do you want Mountain Dew to sponsor us? Sounds like a yes to me. Mountain Dew. I will give Mace some Mountain Dew so she can drink it if you sponsor me.
Disclaimer,
Unless it's
do
bad
not
for
give
cats, in which
Mountain
case
Dew
I will
to cats.
absolutely not, because I love my cat very much.
It's really bad for cats.
Yeah.
I will never give my cat Mountain Dew ever.
Don't give
But
a chunky.
who do you like more? Who do you like more, your cat or Mountain Dew?
Oh, I love Mountain Dew, but I love my cat. May, you know that.
I have returned. There was someone at the door.
Wait, so there's
No, there wasn't. You're just a figment of your imagination. It's been 12 years since the accident. Please, Peach, you need to wake up.
No, there was someone at the door asking for someone who lives below us.
Mhm.
Alright, so what was the last thing said? I don't remember.
Kind of said pretty much big dog attacked Alina, but she's okay.
Because she was mentioning the werewolves.
Ah. He gives a bit of a nod. Give me a second.
Pink,
Alright.
go on, go on, go on. Pink's trying to leave, but she's being lazy about it.
He gives a bit of a nod and says, well, none of the werewolves in the area are violent in any way. We've had good relations with them for as long as I could remember.
And what about?
If you interact with any of them, they should not cause you harm.
Okay, and what about further inland, Calamus? Like, are they everywhere, or is it just here?
Calamus is a place of deep nature magic. Werewolves are not uncommon.
Okay. Just
Speak
wanted to know.
of further columnists, you have map possibly?
Sadly, I don't. Not here. We only have a map of the surrounding area where our town usually goes to fish and cut wood, but beyond that, we have no map. There's not really any reason. Most people who are born here have a pretty good idea of where they're going and how to get there. There are a few towns, not towns, but roads, I mean, that lead out of the village. Follow them, and the next village is maybe a week away on foot, but you have a cart, so I don't think it would take you quite that long.
All right, thank you. That's I think that's all we need. Unless you have anything, Hoot.
He's just gonna shake his head.
All right, I'll go tell Brooke not to dispel the barrier.
He gives a nod. Thank you.
It's all right.
And please, make sure you and your group don't stress yourselves too much. I worry that perhaps when the barrier does fall, that the spirits might not be at rest yet.
I understand. I'll tell them not to stress.
Prepare yourselves in case there's a battle.
Indeed. She gives a little bit of a.
Cam's just gonna nod in acknowledgement.
She gives a respectful nod before leaving the room.
As you leave, roll me a perception check.
Ha!
Both of you.
Ha! $23.
Fucking Eagle Eyes McGee over here.
25, not 20.
Fucking Eagle Eyes McGee over here.
He's a bird. He has eagle eyes, although they're more crow eyes, but whatever.
Alright. As you're leaving, both of you notice that the painting of the past mayor and his wife that was hanging over the wall is no longer there.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Just both eternally. Oof. Once,
It has been replaced with one, but it is no longer there.
Oh.
What is it replaced with?
A picture of the current mayor.
Oof. They're narcissistic, you think?
No. They just found out that their past mayor murdered his ex-wife for cheating on him. They can't have that.
I was making a joke, but
once they leave, at least, and like they're out of earshot, I guess. At least I look to Kenneth and just ask, what do you think he thinks of his brother now?
Sadly, what he should be thinking.
There's just a sigh. Imagine that, thinking that your brother died of suicide from something else, and then turns out he killed his own wife, and then your sister-in-law was cheating on him.
I'm so glad I don't think I had siblings. Probably did.
As far as
But
I'm aware,
I don't think so.
Join the no siblings crew. As far as I'm aware, I have none.
I would say I'd be your sibling, but I'm practically old enough to be your great grandfather.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's elf in my blood. I mean, I'm half elf, so there's definitely elf somewhere. Maybe if I look back far enough, there might be a trace of Kenku. I'll have to do a lot of searching, though.
Well, still, Kinkus don't live that long, so that's why I'm saying all of that. Because technically, I could be your father if, you think it. He's just gonna get lost in his own words trying to explain the whole lifespan and maturity type of thing.
It's alright. Anyway, let's find Brooke. And that's what they're gonna do.
Do you know where she was?
Some
yeah.
tree meditating. There's enough trees in the barrier to probably be able to find her.
He's just gonna nod, and that's what they're gonna do.
Let's get this one else, Peach.
Yeah, I'll wait for you guys to finish. All right, JT, what's Darius doing?
Don't worry, I haven't been thinking. So I don't know. Perhaps you should go to Billy because.
She's taking a nap, isn't she?
Yeah, basically.
How do you know?
I mean, she could be woken up by something.
Bowie, roll me perception.
Oh boy. Oh shit. That's a 17.
Try as you may to take a nap with the animals. You are woken up by the crowd outside, who all seem to be very annoyed with the fact that they cannot work for the day to care for themselves or their families. Why did the music stop?
It's the morning anyways, gotta do something, so Booey's actually going to get up and actually just, walk around and maybe speak to some of the townsfolk, like what's going on and stuff.
Roll me something. I don't know.
Just a regular charisma check, I guess.
Nah. Alright, so what exactly are you doing? You're
Basically
going to see,
just
what they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way outside, and then you stretch a bit to wake yourself up, get the drowsiness out of your head, and make your way over to the decently sized group of people. And after a moment of trying to get someone's attention, you do end up retrieving the attention of a Goliath woman. And she asks you what it is that you want.
I just want to know what the heck's going on here.
Well, if I knew, I would tell you. We woke up this morning, and there was this barrier. We heard the sounds of fighting last night, but we did not wish to come out and see what was going on, since our daughters were very frightened.
What? Well, one thing I can clear up is the thing last night because I was out there during the fight. And this barrier is a direct result of it. At least as far as I can tell. I don't know what caused it, I don't know how to dispel it, but it seems like it keeps the undead attack at bay. At least for now. But there is one thing that you guys should be doing. I think I've heard you guys complaining about not having work.
Our town is a fishing town. That's how we make our living. This is a fishing village.
Fishing, foraging, hunting. Okay, so I'm not sure about this, but this is just a hunch, but eventually this barrier is gonna fall. It can't last forever, as everything can't last forever. So, if this barrier falls and the undead attacks resume, and you guys are weakened because you have no jobs, no food, what's next?
That is a good question. One that I don't have an answer to.
Well, maybe instead of complaining, you should follow my tribe's way. Start working, doing anything to better yourselves in this situation, specifically
dex
together as a
save.
community. Yes. That's 9.
That is a 21.
Hey,
You
how much HP do I
are
lose?
You lose 7 points from bludgeoning damage as you are not quick enough to dodge out of the way. The moment those words leave your lips, you are on the ground from just how hard she punches you right in the face. Her fist comes into contact with the side of your head, and you are down on the ground.
Can I use an acrobatics? Can I make an acrobatics check to, fancily, get myself back up in a fancy way, I guess? To basically act as intimidation.
Sure. I'll wait for you to go. 13. I'll say you're. What exactly are you doing? What are you trying to do? Describe to me what you're wanting to do.
Basically, as soon as I hit the floor, I just, pull out my blade, use it as a counterweight, and then push myself back up in a standing position.
Alright, I'll say you're able to do that, but you are a bit wobbly from just how hard she fucking decked you. Once you're sitting back up, the rest of the crowd is watching two of you, and nobody seems to be wanting to get into the midst of this as she towers over everybody else, and she just glares down at you, and you can tell she's very, very angry. I don't care where you are from. We work here. Don't you dare ever try to say that we don't. This is our way of life. If you like your way so much, go where you are from. And she points to the water. Do not come into my home and tell me what to do. We've never experienced this.
Booey's just gonna look towards the water and just be like, well, I've never experienced your lands, and it seems like your way isn't doing much in this new situation. If something new's gonna happen, then change is bound to happen. A little bit of change won't hurt much. Once things go back to normal, then you can do your way of life.
Tell me how we are able to change. We can't access the water. We can't access the forest. What do you want us to do? No one here has farmland. Even if they did, we could not access it. What is it that you wish for us to do?
One, you know the undead attacks that have been happening, right?
No one here is a warrior.
You're not warriors, but what do you do best? You fish, right?
Yes.
Just pretend that your opponents are fish. You can use your nets to trap them. You can use your spears to pierce their skin, pierce their armor. Do whatever it takes to keep them down. That is what you can do. That is what most fishers can actually do, especially in my tribe. the deadly, if you've seen them for yourself. I'm not saying for you to change your ways. I'm just saying be prepared, because I don't know how long this barrier will last, and I don't know if the undead attacks have stopped yet. And last night, I barely some of my friends almost lost their lives because we were defending this town, that every one of you were just hiding in your houses because you didn't want to change your way of life, I guess. I understand that you have family, but sometimes you kind of have to risk your own life in order to save them, in order to preserve your way of life. Don't be like what my tribe was back there, all the way across the ocean. They didn't want to change their ways. And look what happened to them. Where are they now? We travel as a family, but where are they now?
She doesn't say anything. She's not sure what to say.
It's best to prepare for whatever may happen next. I know you guys are lost, confused, don't know what's going on, but it's best to make best of the situation right now. And hell, you tossed a pretty good punch out there. Good enough for a warrior, especially of my tribe.
You say that, she gives a bit of a slight smile. You almost missed it, but you can see it.
So, there's only one thing I can do. Just prepare you guys as best as I can. I don't know your ways, and you guys sure as hell don't know mine. So, we gotta work at least something out. Be prepared for what might happen next, which could be who knows. I mean, who knows if the barrier will break and it summons a freaking portal to the hell dimension. Everyone's stressed, right? But as long as you guys are together, you know, as a village, a town, or as I like to call a tribe, then you guys can basically make it through almost anything. And Boo's just gonna head back towards the barn.
Alright. If she says anything else, you don't really hear it, as the group of people have resumed talking again. Once you get to the barn, what is it that you're doing?
Most likely getting the rest of the animals ready, because who knows what may happen next. And she's going to, in that time, like after waking them up and getting them prepared, she's actually going to tend to her equipment, because it's been a while since she's actually polished her bone kapesh, which does need polishing since it's just bone.
Alright. Who wants to go next?
I want to say yes, but I can't do shit because nobody's come to like stop me meditating.
Why don't we go to JT and
Yeah.
May?
JT, what are you doing?
Thinking about life.
Did you just say thinking about why?
Thinking about why life. I know, man.
Also, Bert, someone in the chat said they need Bowie as a life coach.
The service doesn't come free.
Alright, JT, what was it that you were trying to think about last time? So I know you were going to dig a hole. What was it that Darius was thinking about?
I don't know, man. How would I know?
Are you okay, or is it just
JT, is
me and
everything okay?
I'm fine, by the way. I'm just thinking.
Okay, I was thinking.
I don't know what to do, and I feel like I never know what to do. But now it's not the time.
Let me come back to you in a little bit.
I have a fucking habit of like bringing everything down.
No, you
I
don't.
feel like this happens consistently, like in every fucking stream.
Wait, no. D&D's a lot harder when there's more than just the group listening in. You just blink. Just so it's fine. I'll come back to you in a little bit.
Yeah, the third, like that'd be like the third time we skipped over me. Though. Yeah, do what you think is right. That's not the time.
I did not catch that. There was something going on. Say that last part again.
Yeah, I think you should skip over me.
Okay. I'll come back to you in a second. So Lois, I know you're back and I'm sorry that you're in pain, but it's your and Hoot's turn.
Ah, fuck.
You missed Alina. You missed Bowie having an emotional moment with a Goliath woman.
Damn. I missed the good stuff. 'cause
Like,
I was just
she
sat
got
here.
decked.
I was here when she got decked, and then that's when I started bleeding.
You missed a shit ton.
Did you just take Bowie's punch?
I think so. Because like I was
Did
saying,
you just-
and then I just like because everyone knows what blood is. It's like iron. I just said iron. I was like, what the hell's that? I went, and there's just this. I just the blood was trickling down my face. I was like, oh fuck. So yeah, I had to go rush to the toilet and see to stop the bleeding and it stopped. But now the entire side of my mouth where it's been going on is in absolute agony right now.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
It's like a toothache on steroids, guys. This is really painful. I'm hiding the pain beneath me pretending everything's okay.
Hide the pain behind your character's ears.
Exactly. Ow, fuck. So I'm sorry, this is actually genuinely painful, but I'll do my best to truck through it.
You mean Trek?
Trek,
I'm
whatever.
sorry.
Fuck, whatever. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm in pain.
We're gonna boogie
I'm
right on
sorry.
through.
I am pain. Alright.
I thought you were Lois.
No, actually, that's it. See, I'm non-binary, so now my new name is Pain. Refer me to as Pain only now.
Oh my god.
No, but anyway. Okay. Trying to think. Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna go find Brooke, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. And both of you will make perception.
Oh shit, I'm good at this. It's the one thing I'm good
I'm
at.
decent at this.
Rolling at 1.
Yeah.
Lois.
please.
I mean, I just rolled a nat 20, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you rolled a nat 1, and then instantly your next roll was a nat 20.
It's gonna be in that one.
25. If it's that one again, I'm gonna
Yeah.
actually find this really funny. It's gonna be on fucking pattern.
7 plus 5 is
Alright.
12.
Alright. So, Boots, you look around and you are not able to find Bowie, but after a bit of walking, Alina, however, you are able to find her and she...
Wait, weren't they looking for me?
Yeah, they're looking for you.
You said
That's
Bowie.
You said
Bowie.
Bowie.
You said Bowie.
I was thinking, did I say something wrong?
You done?
Yeah.
You both find Brooke,
Yay.
and she is sitting under a tree. It almost seems like she's sleeping, but you both know that she's meditating.
Hey, Jasper, Justin, do you mind taking over for a little bit on the roleplay so I can give my mouth a little bit of time to recover?
I'm gonna try my best.
Thank you.
No promises, but I know what you're going through. I had wisdom teeth taken out before. So, as soon as Cannon sees Brooke, he is gonna slowly move over. Hey, Brooke, I know you're doing something, but we kinda need to talk.
Brooke, she doesn't open her eyes, she's still in her meditative stance, says very calmly, it's a bit odd, for like this calm and tranquil. What is it?
The mayor told you to stop doing that because we're it sounds like he's practically planning for war.
Brooke doesn't even listen to the. He just stands up and says, "Oh, thank God!"
He's gonna be startled by that and jump back a bit.
Take some slow blink.
Please, stop! What? Don't do that again. I'm a very fragile bird.
I
Don't
know.
do that. But yeah, so the mayor is saying that this is probably going to come down in a few days, and there's probably going to be all-out war with whatever is on the other side.
Okay, cool. Okay. Goodness, okay. Much as I love nature, I don't think I would be able to sit there for 8 hours. Okay.
Sounds like you aren't a true druid then.
She's a druid. She's just not a patient druid.
If you sit her under the ocean for 8 hours, she could probably do it. Under a tree?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Druid, not a tree druid.
So, yeah, we should probably start preparing for that. And apparently everybody's out of money for some reason. There was a whole bunch of people over at the courthouse.
They're probably going to be out of money soon because they've got to get their... This is a fishing town, so how are they supposed to do things? I'm assuming that the water's blocked off too.
Elena nods. Mm-hmm. It looked like.
Right. They're probably not used to... Best thing to do would be to get the defenses of the town up a bit better and try and train the most physically well-looking civilians.
Alright,
I don't
what are you
know.
doing?
Brooke's trying to think of how to defend the town because she's not confident that the small amount of people are. She's not sure how big the amount of undead is going to be.
As a person who's not good at fighting, maybe we should start with like a small barricade.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Small barricade. Try to reinforce the areas where the barrier already is. So that when it goes down, there's still protection.
You mean everywhere?
Yeah. Well, maybe not the
Well,
water,
no.
because the water is good enough to what it is.
Kenner's more talking about around the town.
Yeah. Which is where
no,
the barrier is.
I was being sarcastic because you said where the barrier is, so I was like saying, you mean everywhere? Because it's everywhere?
I mean,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so I mean... Okay, guys, let's back on track. Is anybody good at building barricades?
I mean, I'm part bird, so I know nest.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna...
Yeah. But it's worth a shot.
No, we're not. No, I'm not letting you do this. Something's probably gonna fall on you and you're gonna die.
And this is what I try to do when I help. And he's just gonna sigh. Like, he muttered that to himself.
Brooke kind of jokingly punches him. It's like, just messing with you.
As soon as she quote unquote punches him, he's going to like quickly like clench his arm and pretend like that actually took damage. Just messing with her.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? The fragile bird person has been injured by my weak punch.
Elena's just gonna just slowly just bring up her hand towards her head and just bring into a slow face palm, shaking her head very slowly at you two.
But no, barricade would be nice. I think Darius might know. I don't know what armies are like nowadays.
You mean
Military.
You mean birdicade?
Oh my god! I didn't even see that coming. Oh
goes to you.
Guys, I got a question. Where's the campaign leave button?
Okay.
Oh god.
Well, I think the best thing to do would be ask around, see who knows how to build, like, not. We don't have a good amount of time, but I guess a basic wall or something that could last for a bit.
That's why I said try Darius, because I
don't
know
if
he
you have
probably
that kind of knowledge. I guess
true.
he
Yeah,
might have
that's
that
what
knowledge,
Kenneth said
but
the first
we'd still
time.
need help from. We would still need help from other people.
I'm good with natural cover, but artificial, not so much. But something I remember when the last time, height seemed to be a pretty good advantage.
You're right.
As he hears the word height, he's just gonna slowly look to the ground, and he's gonna have a mixture of a sigh and panic, on his face. Like he's not actually sighing, but you could just tell that's part of what his expression is, because he knows how much he falls from heights and can't fly.
Flashbacks of the
Boat.
Oh god,
his homemade zip line.
His homemade zip line, the time that he was thrown from the door, the one time he jumped during the storm, the one time he fell from the mayor's office.
The one time he jumped away from Nix, the bird. Yeah, there's a bunch. But
there's a lot of time. Oh gosh. Yeah, so
Though now he has his knife. If he just quickly throws his knife as he's falling, he can just teleport to the knife and pray that inertia doesn't take over.
Link. If we can at least get one, either myself or Kenneth up high, then that can give us an advantage at least by that way. Especially, Kenneth, no offense to you, but maybe you should take the more high ground route. You get injured way more than I do, and even then I can take, more hits than you can.
No offense taken. I'm realizing this more and more. I'm actually venturing out of my hometown.
Plus, you do have that teleporting dagger, don't you? So if you
fall,
I
forgot about that.
If you
You
fall,
were
you can
literally
use
just
that.
talking about it.
I know, but he forgot about it.
In character.
Yeah, in character.
So if you fall, you can use that to, assist you.
True. But here's the underlying issue. You've seen me climb things, but you've also seen me climb things and fall while climbing. How the hell are we going to get me to a high ground?
We can give you a lift, a boost up.
You could,
I guess.
You don't have to get too high, just high enough that you won't get hit by anything.
Building roof.
A roof? I could do a roof.
A roof, yeah, that's a survivable fall. Oh.
And don't forget, you got the dagger. You still got the dagger if you need to.
Yeah.
So, from this conversation, all of you are able to quickly realize that the tallest building in the town is the mayor's office, but the second tallest one is the inn that you are all staying at.
Okay.
And that's in the square, so that's actually kind of our main area, so that would actually work pretty well.
Yeah.
What we could do, since the mayor's office is en route to the main town, what if we put barricades up to make a line that forms to kind of corral all of the undead as they come fighting?
Yeah. If we can bottleneck
You're right.
them, if we can bottleneck
What if we
them?
try and corral them in one area so we can eliminate them at once?
Yeah, we don't know what we can actually.
Because I know you have that shiny thing that hurts when you step in it. He says to Brooke, not knowing what Moonbeam actually is.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna say, Moonbeam? Yeah, I have that. That's spell.
Just don't send that on me, please. Just don't send Moonbeam on me, please.
No, I'm not considering I'm fairly certain that would a lot more to you.
But it would work a lot in our favor if we do corral them.
If we can bottleneck them, it will stop them spreading. I know hunting traps. They may not do much, but I can at least set up some hunting traps, which might slow them down. Tripwire traps,
Yeah.
a deadfall trap, pitfall traps. It's not much, but I can at least maybe
Slowing
set
them
up
down
something.
is better than not doing anything at all.
Do we know if the undead attack, like, just wildlife, or do they only go for humanoids?
As far as I'm aware, they were only.
I
go for
could test
humanoids.
that theory.
We kind of can't because
Well, not right
they're
now,
outside?
but like when it happens, get.
Wild shape.
Yeah, I'm indistinguishable from an animal. I essentially am one when I wild shape.
See, that's a good idea, but that means we don't have any idea if it actually works, because if they don't really go after animals, if like one of us could like try and wait at one of the barriers to see if we could see anything, then maybe if they don't attack animals, we could have like Penelope and Gizmo and everybody just working as part of the barriers, because they're big enough, and I think we could have them start pushing the zombies and whatnot inward.
Penelope, yes. Gizmo, not so much. He's not really a fighter. He's just a draft horse. They don't really fight unless they absolutely have to. Kolvar, maybe.
See, I'm not saying fight though. I'm just saying kind of like push them
Have
in.
heard
Like,
them?
Even then,
yes, herd.
Even then, Gizmo's a prey animal. Prey animals spook
Yeah.
very easily.
Horses, they wouldn't want to do that. It's best to keep Gizmo safe.
Okay. Look, I don't interact with horses on a day-to-day basis, so
It's okay.
I'm trying.
Hmm.
But
Well,
I could actually try and watch out one of the barriers to see if I spot anything, and instead of actually overworking ourselves at night, we could just take shifts to see if anybody could spot that happening. Or at least have me sit and watch.
Shifts could work if you want. I can
Wait a
stay up with
second.
you.
guys, we've tested that we couldn't get through it physically.
Mm-hmm.
But have any of us tried to cast a spell?
What spells do you have that you can use? I mean, I don't know about Druidcraft, but what about you, bro?
Ice knife. I could fling an ice knife through it, see if it doesn't.
Well, can we toss anything through it in general? Because if I could toss my dagger through it, that means I could go to the other side.
Didn't Atlena at one point try and throw a rock at it?
No, she just tried to touch it and go through it.
Okay.
Because she tested to see if she could go through it because of like can't throw blood.
And I could, and if it does block spells, but is it block spells? I could try and Misty Step through it.
Kinda's just gonna look at her confused but not say anything.
It's a teleportation. It's I don't know if you probably didn't see it, but when originally we got hacked, Bowie and I weren't in we were in the same area, but we weren't close enough. So I teleported over to her and provided backup.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's short range, but it's useful.
Look, I don't even know how I get my own magic to work with my arrows. I just know it's there. So that's cool to know. So you can possibly try that, but how many times can you use it in a day?
3 the second. Hold on. Math, and you can. Hold on. Quick D&D question here. So since it's a spell, but it only shows up as that, could I technically expend a 3rd level spell to still cast it if I ran out 2nd levels?
Yeah, you can. I think you can
Yeah.
upcast. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 5 times a day.
Then yeah, that might actually work since you have a way to get back. Because with my dagger, I could use it. Gotta check my notes really quick. For the hat pin.
Wow, look. Someone takes notes, guys. Looking at Kit.
Nice.
Shut up. Shut up.
And my phone died.
Oh no.
It did a
I have a
nosedive.
decent enough memory to rely upon.
Just thinking.
Forget things every now
It's not the point.
and then.
Hmm.
My brain notes.
I get 5 uses each day too. So if I can throw the dagger through, that means I could get in and out
Right,
like
so
twice.
we've got a possibility of Kenneth and I going through. I guess we should we go ahead and try and test that theory out?
Yeah, the faster we could get through ideas and then start actually doing things that we know will work would be the best.
Alright.
Especially since I could probably work at night.
Alright. I guess we're gonna go over to the barrier now.
To the barrier away.
Oh, he's gonna just follow and just kind of curiously follow and just make sure that nothing's gonna happen.
Make sure the bird doesn't kill himself.
Yeah. Where are you guys currently? Like, where was the tree at that you were under, Kit?
The tree was kind of like pretty sure you said it wasn't that far off.
Oh, I know where you are. Okay, so you guys are actually relatively close to the docks, so you're able to get
Okay.
to a close part of the barrier in no time at all.
Okay, so she's gonna try and misty step through the barrier onto like the docks that's being blocked off by it.
You cast Misty Step, and for a moment you think it's working. You can feel yourself kind of not shaking, but like
Shimmering?
your body is trying to, yeah, I guess shimmer. Your body is trying to transport yourself through the barrier to the spot that you can see only a few feet away, but it just doesn't work.
Brooke claps her hands together and goes, "Well, magic doesn't work."
I just kind of it's just like rubbing his chin, just like,
I will be right back. You guys keep RPing.
My thing needs a GM to be involved.
All right, dear. What are you trying to do? You're doing the daggers, right?
Yeah, I kind of sigh seeing that it didn't work for Brooke and just kind of like haphazardly just toss the dagger through the barrier.
Toss your dagger, and it hits the field and drops to the ground.
He sighs. Okay, back to square one.
All right, I will BRB.
So physical.
So he's gonna pick up the dagger and put it back in the sheath. Is that how you say it?
Sheath. Yeah.
Sheath, yeah.
Yeah,
Sheath.
sheath.
Okay.
So from what we're getting at, there's like in character, she's gonna like, so magic can't pass through it. Physical humans can't pass through it, or humanoids. Animals can't pass through it. Even inanimate objects can't pass through it. We are trapped.
Yes, we are.
Well, okay. Well, let's see. Okay, if nobody could go out of it, that means nobody could come in. So at least we have that. But if
But people can only last so long inside of this.
no,
I mean,
I understand. If we could just find where we think the undead might enter from, we could try and prepare to like I said, maybe corralling them might be a good idea. And just pray they don't figure out how to climb it.
The well. We can use the well as like a center point. If we can block off one side of the well, so kind of like she's gonna kind of like just pull out her journal, almost like a C-shaped barrier, but then leave a little gap, so that way we can use the water as behind us because nothing can get past the water. Nothing's gonna hide the water. And then they can.
That is, if nothing enters from the water.
We've never seen.
I could probably cover that.
We've never seen anything come out of the water yet. Kenneth, you can.
We'll leave them. Go ahead.
Kenneth, there's the roof not too far away from there, so we can probably make a pretty good corral. To at least even.
I could watch the water in case anything does.
In case anything, I doubt it though. I don't think we will.
Yeah, just trying to
from
cover
what
all our
we've
bases
seen,
here.
Don't forget.
From what we've seen, that they do appear through fog. So, is there any way we could trap fog? Like, is it
No.
able to be like blown somehow, or?
I mean, so let's just say for when the barrier goes down and the fog comes back, and I don't think a wall is going to help. So our best bet would to be able to create some sort of system that would get them all in one place, like direct them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not that fast, but I'm willing to try and be a distraction.
No, I'm
No.
talking about physical barriers that we would guide them.
That's
And then
just,
if there's any stragglers on the outside of those barriers, we can pick them off. And once we're done with those, we could get to the ones inside of it.
If anything gets too close, I can attempt to try and banish it, but it won't last long. Or if we need to slow anything down, I can also do that for a little bit, but again, it won't last forever unless if they don't decide to remove it.
let's just hope they don't know how to climb this thing, because if it's going to be raiding dead people, I don't know what to do. But maybe if we try and get most of the town up on the buildings, like the most vulnerable. But houses seem to have been working, but at the same time, that's only with a limited amount of attackers.
I think the best thing we can do is if people seem to be safe inside the houses, tell those who don't want to fight, to lock their doors, stay inside, close their windows, stay quiet, while the rest of us stay outside in a pretty secluded area, for example, next to the water's edge, or in a building, but I doubt that might help because multiple windows, multiple ways they can get in, back doors, upstairs if there's an upstairs.
We could find people who's good with bow and arrow and put them in like an empty building that we make sure that nobody's in.
I don't think many people would be good at that.
This isn't like my village.
I mean, yeah, but it's worth a shot because
I'm just gonna say this place is smaller than my home, and nobody there really knew how to use bow and arrows aside from maybe like the one weirdo that moved in recently. I don't know,
We could still have people who have like a more ranged attack or defense in an empty building with windows and have them use that to their advantage.
I think it's best we tell people inside to get ready to defend themselves. Outside, we will be probably the main targets, especially look towards Brooke and, well, Boo's not here, but you two might be more of a main target, seeing the fact that you were the two that found the bodies. If they're more vengeful on you two for moving their corpses. We know the mayor can fight, so he might join us. Secretary, I'm not sure.
She seems pretty capable.
And I mean, since some people here seem to have magic, I know some of it could be used, like the mayor was able to use that fireball, I think, or that flame from a distance. If we get like people who have like distant magic, we could also have them on the roofs with us as a way to help, even if it's not a bow and arrow, because there's a lot of different people around here.
Some people have, like myself, I have just innate magic because of just what I am, and I know there are some people like that here. Even if they don't have proper training with it, they could still utilize it.
Wait. I think the best option is, so leave us five, our main five group, to do the main defending. Get maybe the vulnerable and anyone who doesn't want to fight in a safe and secure place. Leave the mayor with them, so in case if we fall, they still have a line of defense inside. I think if we get all our best fighters outside and something breaks inside, they have no defense.
We could have everybody meet up at possibly the stables, because that seems like a big open area enough to put everybody who's extremely vulnerable.
I think the mayor's office, it's stone. It's the only stone building. It's probably the most secure. It's probably got the most locks on it to defend it from, well, it being the mayor's office.
But if I'm going to be on top of it shooting, I don't want the undead to come to us if there's people in there.
You can go on The inn,
The inn, it's the second tallest.
which will give you
Again,
enough vantage point. Because we can get
And
them all
then
do we
from
really
there.
want to
Alina-
lure them to us if we have people under us? That's what I'm trying to say.
That's yeah. But I think if we can get the main people with the mayor and any other capable fighters away, so that way in case if we fall, they have defense. Because let's not leave everyone completely vulnerable. We don't exactly have some underground cave system that we can hide someone in. So
I mean, I know that the mayor's office has it downstairs if you enter through the back.
yeah, but probably that's what I'm thinking. Put everyone there, secure. Make sure the fact that some of the fighters and the capable fighters, like the mayor, they can stay there to keep them safe. So in case if something goes wrong. Plus, from what I've seen, having your leader be there might help to keep the peace,
Keep
everyone
people calm.
Yeah, because we don't want people panicking, especially if there's young children. And then us five can stay outside and do our best to hold down. We're all capable fighters. We can probably hold
We
them
should
down.
actually make sure that we can actually have people in that bottom area. I didn't actually go and explore. I kind of just broke in and noticed that there was 2 staircases, and I just went up.
I'm sure they can lock doors, but let's not worry about this now. Let's head back. We've been talking for a while.
Yeah, we need to get the others, because we need to discuss this
Mhm.
with them as well.
True. I also need to make sure nobody's listening in case I'm getting too loud.
Yeah, and then we needed to talk with the mayor about what the safest location would be, which would again probably be the his office, well, the building, I guess. And maybe try and rally some people who seem semi-capable of defense to be a second line, so that the civilians aren't completely defenseless. You know?
I guess I'm trying to. This, like I said, I've never been through this much stuff since I came on this trip. It's a lot to take in.
Don't worry. Neither from probably Darius Bowie. Probably not the undead thing, but I don't think any of us are used to having to coordinate stuff like this.
Nope. I think we're the 3 least capable for this.
You could say that again.
I think we're the 3 least
Yeah.
capable for this.
I didn't mean it literally, but thanks.
Lois, thank you for doing that.
I'll admit, she kind of cut out at whatever she just said, and I was really disappointed because everybody seemed to be chuckling.
She literally said the exact same thing again.
You can say that again. Okay.
Oh,
Justin,
yeah.
I'll get you another one, but I ate the lemon pepper tuna pouch.
Oh, go ahead. It's fine.
It's good.
Food is food. You can always get it.
It's good.
Anyway, we're gonna be going to. We're trying to get the others
Yeah,
so that we can.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
I've been
guys.
sitting here.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here the whole time.
Okay,
listening.
yeah.
Just skip someone else for a bit because I think we're good for now.
Yeah, we've been talking
Yeah.
for a while, so
Let
probably be
Lois
the
have a
best thing
break.
before we go
Yeah,
to-
please, thank you.
Yes, Lois needs break.
No, Lois has to talk forever.
And ever. And ever. And
All right, I
ever.
won't make you do that low because I feel your pain because my mouth also hurts. All right, JT, are you alive?
Sadly.
What is the Darius doing? I know he just dug his hole to try and see if the field kept going. What is he doing now?
Digging myself a grave. So where's the song that I know? Well, I told Boo I'd be back eventually, so I'm gonna go back eventually. It's a night of revelations. No epiphany struck me square in the head.
Make your way back to the end. Sorry. You make your way back to the inn, and as you were doing so, you pass by the barn / stable area, and you see her in there with the animals.
I'm going to enter the magical realm.
Oh boy. So within the barn, you kind of see Bowie just polishing up the blade and, just talking with the rest of the animals, I guess.
What are you up to? No, that came off more aggressive than I meant to. How are you doing?
Doing good. You?
I'm fine.
Anyways, I'm not sure how long this barrier would last, but I'm pretty sure it's linked to the undead's attack somehow. Well, obviously it is, but, So, what was the thing you were investigating? How'd that turn out?
I'm just saying what the parameters of the barrier are. We can't sail around it, nor can we dig underneath it.
I'm guessing you can't dig underneath it.
I assure you, if I could, probably be in better spirits currently. No, I'd find anything to get around it.
Well, it seems like the town folks are kind of in trouble at the moment. All they know is fishing, and they've never been in a situation like this. Not that I blame them. Might be best to get them prepared for whatever may happen next.
I don't know what to tell you. Going out a fight takes time that we don't have. Or perhaps time that we do have, but I don't want to linger here for too long. So lose-lose.
Well, hopefully the barrier would break at an opportune time when we're all ready, but the best way we can, go about this is make sure that we're ready as soon as possible, because who knows when this thing will fall apart. Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I suppose.
Also, I've been meaning to ask you since no one else is here. Well, aside from these three, but these three can't talk to me, hey? And she's just gonna motion towards the animals. But yeah, I've been noticed that your attitude's got. Sorry.
I just gotta say, spit it out.
Okay.
Go on.
I've noticed that your attitude has gotten a bit more colder as of recent, specifically towards a particular child. Why is that?
I'd be lying if I didn't say. Just when you think about my words, I don't accidentally say the wrong variation.
What'd you say?
I need to think about my words so I don't say the wrong word of variation.
Alright.
I'd be lying if I said I fully trusted werewolves. And finding out that she was one came as quite a shock.
Well, look at it from my point of view. She's been with us for 6 months and she has all the opportunity in order to kill us. Yet she didn't. She has the means of fending it off for now, and she came here in order to look for answers. I think that's good enough motivation for a young child to actually, start venturing out into the lands unknown.
There are no answers, and all it takes is one mistake to kill, do worse to a person.
Yeah. Best to make sure that the mistake doesn't happen, I guess. Make sure that she doesn't, hurt other people that she doesn't want to hurt willingly.
I have every intention to stop her if she does try to hurt someone. Should she make that mistake? My issue is the fact that she didn't tell us. 6 months we've been together. If she see fit to tell us a secret that could end all of our lives.
Then again, think of it like this: would you have trusted her if she just came out right? Yes? No?
No, I wouldn't have.
Exactly. And as a young child,
And I trust her even less now.
as a young child, how long is, when is the right time to actually speak about this truth? Like, think about it. If she comes off too soon, then you won't trust her. If she comes off too late and something happens, then you won't trust her at all. It's been 6 months, yes, but that might be too early for her, It might seem too early to reveal such truth.
I don't understand why she didn't. The fact of the matter is I think she was wrong in doing it. She shouldn't have waited so long. She put everyone's life at risk. There are a lot of people who couldn't fend for themselves on that ship. And she had ran out of potion ingredient for it. Hey, quick question. Do I know you drink a drug to suppress your persona?
Hang on.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you know about the potion, and you do actually. She did actually say she bought a crap ton of supplies. I think she said she bought like at least 2 years worth.
Does she have to drink the whole potion or just a drop of it?
The whole thing, the whole bottle.
Alright. Imagine she had lost her potion ingredients when she fell into storm water. Then what? What she's supposed to do? Turn into an animal. Kill everything on that ship until someone kills her.
You heard her during her breakdown last night, right?
Yes, I
I'm pretty
did.
sure if she lost I'm pretty sure if she lost all of those ingredients, she would tell everyone outright and request that she be offed right then and there. And besides, who knows? I mean, I just want to know, like, why. I'm trying to. English, please. My brain. Why?
Food.
Don't go
Food.
ching chong bing bong on me, okay?
Ching chong bing bong.
Anyways,
It's not
and I
racist because he's Asian.
I lost my train of thought. Fuck. What was the last thing that Daria said? I'm sorry. I'm really bad at roleplay, I'm sorry.
Do you think I remember that? How would I know?
Fuck, we both have the same problem.
I finally won the Jazz Battle Royale.
Oh, nice.
What?
Finally won the Jazz Battle Royale, but,
Y'all were talking about Alina and werewolf
I know,
and how she would off herself if she lost
No.
a potion.
I know.
I don't know, probably the last thing I would have said was something about not trusting her because she didn't tell us and she could have lost that stuff in the storm.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna talk about now. So, how do you know that she was a werewolf? Because I've noticed this cold attention much earlier than when she revealed it to everyone else.
Because I followed her. When we first arrived, she immediately ran away from the party looking intense. I followed her to make sure she didn't get into trouble.
And
I think she was chasing the werewolves. We encountered a small pack of them who attacked us.
what do you think that is?
Well, okay, they came into their territory brandishing weapons. I thought they were wargs.
But why do you think Alina left? In order to, go with this, whatever the heck you just found. Warg? What?
You don't know what a warg is.
Don't think so. At least not the name.
I'll tell you later. She didn't want any of us to get bitten as well. She wanted to try and face him by herself.
And both of you seem perfectly fine.
Yes.
So
Well,
thanks to...
to be perfectly fair, if on the fact that she ran off without saying a word, would have gotten in danger in the first place. And furthermore, if she had tried to stop them, there's something she could have done. There are 3 of them.
But yes, she saved your life anyways.
I suppose you could say that.
Sometimes I wonder if you humans are as dense as your ancestors were. But I'm just saying right now, it's hard to put into words, but if there's a good werewolf out there, it's her, most definitely. And that means, what about other werewolves? What makes them so horrid in the legends that I've heard in Magia? Could it be treatment? Like how they're treated over there? Could it be influence, the people around them, the drama that they have to deal with every single day? I don't know at this point. But it's best if you could just, tone down the cold attitude if possible, because everyone needs to be on the, top game for this.
She'll get my trust back when she earns it. Don't think that my attitude or disposition towards her is gonna make me less likely to aid her in combat. I intend to aid all of you to the best of my ability.
I don't expect you to change overnight. I know how unreasonable that sounds. I'm just saying, just tone it down a bit. I mean, here's the thing, I could see you and it's obvious that there's some distaste, especially after last night. I don't know, maybe apologize for recent behaviors or something like that, but I don't know. You can still say that you don't trust her, especially after all that, but just reassure. It's good for morale, no?
Perhaps we'll see. But I don't see a reason to
Also, have you given a name?
apologize to it.
Bert!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, I did,
No,
actually.
that's not why I said your name.
Huh. Well,
Wait, you
anyways,
did name the bird?
away from the depressing topic, have you given a name for your bird yet?
You're sure to enjoy diffusing situations.
What you say is your mic's kinda weird. Yeah.
You're sure are good at diffusing situations. I think you're wiser than I initially gave you credit for.
Well, when life is half ended because your tribe is 6 feet under, you kind of learn a few. But anyways, what's the name of the bird, eh? I'm tired of just calling it bird.
Hacksaw.
Nice. Hey, bird, you finally got a name.
You just see the bird preening its feathers.
Yeah. And you better go out there, see how the town folks are going on. I know one of them punched me earlier, but it's all fair and game, especially nowadays.
What?
That was your own fault. Don't you fucking dare get her in trouble. That was your own fault.
No, don't worry. Poor choice of words on my end.
Poor choice of
Mostly.
action. Who wasn't?
Don't concern yourself with my troubles. Anyways, seems like,
Fine.
you know, yeah. Better check how they're doing anyway. And Boo's gonna head out of the barn, check on the townsfolk.
Is Darius gonna follow?
Not at the moment. Probably after about 60 seconds, yeah.
Alright, Bowie, you head back to the dock area, which is actually just right there. And actually, to your surprise, the townsfolk do seem to be doing things. You see quite a few people are boarding up their homes, their windows, making sure their doors are pretty solid. You see quite a few people nailing a few boards to their doors just to reinforce it a bit more. People are barricading areas around their home just in case undead try to attack their homes. They had to go through wooden spikes to get to their doors or their windows at all. And you see quite a few people sharpening some harpoons.
I wasn't expecting this much change, but okay. Looking good.
And you actually see the barbarian woman, not the barbarian, the Goliath woman from before who punched you, seems to be giving a few commands. And you also see what you assume to be her husband nearby, who is also a Goliath.
Boo's just gonna walk over and just be like, hey, looks like you guys are doing something. Mind if I join?
And don't mind at all. And don't think that you won our discussion earlier. It's merely a point that I don't take kindly to be calling a coward. But you had a point. Instead of sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves, we need to do something. No one here is a fighter, but everyone here is willing to stay in their homes and protect it and our families if they are broken into by the undead. I've seen you and your friends fight. I've not just cowered in my home. My husband and I have always watched our windows to see if the fight seems too difficult for you to take on. You're not a bad warrior. So, the townspeople are willing to help if need be, but again, no one here is a warrior. And as she says that, you actually see nearby, there are some like younger men that were sparring. You realize that they are a pair of water genasi. One of them tries to like sweep his broom underneath the leg of the other guy, and instead of doing that, he somehow does it to himself. And the other one is just, they both fall to the ground. One because he swoops his legs out from underneath himself, and the other one because he's laughing. And she gives a bit of a sigh and just shakes her head and says, "That's my point exactly."
They seem eager to learn at least. I can help with that, and so can my friend if they're willing. But don't think I've forgotten about that punch. I'll owe you a drink later.
You deserve that.
I know I did. You still deserve a drink later.
She gives a bit of a snort.
And Bowie's actually going to go over to the people, quote unquote, sparring and pick up a broomstick.
Oh, God. They seem a bit surprised and like, hey, we were using that.
On guard.
Immediately, they both look very panicked. They're like, what? What do we do? They both look panicked immediately.
like I said, on guard. If you panic like that, then you cannot focus. If you cannot focus, then you cannot look at your enemy. If you cannot look at your enemy, then your enemy will attack you, and you won't be able to do anything about it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Now, I saw you guys playing with these broomsticks. As primitive as these are still deadly in the right hand. So, I'm going to teach you what I know, specifically with pole arms. These broomsticks aren't much, but they can serve in case of, something breaks into your house. So, get in stance, get prepared, and follow my actions.
You say this, and they both seem quite impressed at the way you're talking to them. But the last bit, as you're commanding them, telling them what to do, they just stand there, looking at you dumbfounded, having no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
So, y'all were fighting with broomsticks, so show me what you know.
We
Go
don't
on.
know anything.
I know. Just show me what you know now. This is how I learned back in my land. And I know things are different for you now. So, go on. Try and hit me.
They both look at each other like, oh, fuck, what did we do?
Fuck. A gold
Nah.
piece. A gold piece for the first one who hits me.
Their eyes light up almost instantly. And one of them, they're both pretty young, not boys, but most likely teenagers. Steps forward and and the one that does step forward seems to be just a bit old. He's actually the one that fell to the ground laughing because the other one knocked themselves over. But he's going to try and do the same to you that his friend tried to do to him, which is like sweep you off your feet or something. So, what's your AC?
My AC is 18.
13.
So, what Bowie's going to do is simply put the broomsticks to stop his broomsticks right at her legs, and then immediately kind of twist the broomstick so that the other broomstick kind of goes over the hand and stuff. It's better if I had cameras to show you what I'm talking about, but
I get a
Lord,
pretty good idea. What you're doing.
basically it's kind of like a parry of sorts.
Okay, so would this make them drop the broomstick?
I
In
mean,
a way?
maybe, yeah.
Someone who's inexperienced, would it make them want to drop the broomstick out of fear?
Yes, most likely.
Okay, so you do this, and he very just quickly drops it. He's just like, both of them are staring at you like, holy shit, she just did that. And you realize that a lot of the other people in the area are also now watching you, so you seem to have a bit of an audience.
So, tell me, what did you do wrong?
I don't know.
One, you went for the legs with a stick.
Stick!
Yes, the broomstick is a stick. It's in the name. It's a stick. It's best to use a weapon's property to its advantage, such as the harpoons of your fishermen, the nets of your fishermen, and basically anything of the fishermen's.
Do you want me to poke you with a stick or broom you, brush you? How do I use that as a weapon?
One, a broomstick has reach. You can keep your enemies at bay by shoving them. Either like this, and Boo is actually going to hold the broomstick in a regular polearm stance. You can push them by giving them a shove across the bar, or you can give a swing with the very end of the stick. And I'm not gonna do it to you because it might bash your skull in.
Yeah, please don't do that.
It's best to observe a weapon before you use it and discover its advantages. So, try again. This time, focus on trying to keep me at bay while I try to approach you. If you get tagged, then you're done. And we try again. And she's going to toss the broomstick at both of them, actually.
The same stick or two of them?
One of them dropped the broomstick, and she already has a broomstick as well, so both of them.
Oh, give me a second. Now I gotta turn so I can get my dice.
We can skip the training if you want.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go to somebody else, so that will be like what you're doing. What is the other three of you doing? Alina,
We're on our way
Hoot,
back.
and Brooke.
Yeah, so are they in our general area of us, or are they?
You actually are not very far. You actually round a corner, and you round the corner just in time to see Bowie throw a stick at these two teenagers. But that's what you see. That's what you walk up on.
Brooke's gonna look around at like others, individuals. What does she see?
The same thing that Bowie saw. People are barricading their homes, preparing defenses. You see some people sharpening harpoons. You see Bowie actually trying to teach these two teenagers how to use basically what is essentially a polearm.
All right, and those two boys are water genasi, correct?
Yes.
All right. Do I see anyone else that might have magical abilities?
Say that again.
Do I see anyone else that might have innate magical abilities?
Such as?
Like how water genasi have their call to the wave stuff.
Well, you see for your water genasi, maybe a tiefling or two. You see the Goliath woman, and you assume her husband. A few dwarves, although they aren't really doing much. They're more boarding up homes.
Okay. What are
Let's
some of
see,
the
so-
other water genasi doing?
Sharpening harpoons.
Brooke's gonna walk up to them.
Oh my god. Alright, so question just for the whole party. Is this what you guys are gonna do for like the rest of the day? You're just gonna be helping prepare and all that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I have like a specific idea of mine of what I'm gonna try.
I was
Jason,
gonna have
what about
Kenneth
you?
join the teenagers.
Yeah, because we gotta get down to business to defeat the nuns.
Alright, so another question. Do you guys just want me to go ahead and like time skip the rest of this day?
I don't mind.
I mean, I want
Or
to try
keep
something
going.
first.
Okay. So
It
all right.
depends on if you want to see Kenneth fail at fighting two teenagers with a broomstick. Because Lord knows he needs training
I
too.
think he'd be on the same side as trying to take Bowie down.
Exactly. No, that's my point.
I love that Bird's name is now your traveling cat therapist.
It's been that
Wait
for
for a
so
while.
long.
It has?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
has.
Oh, whoops. I thought it was
it's
depressing.
accurate.
Also. All
All
right.
right.
Well, you walk up and you walk towards the water genasi.
Hey.
They don't say anything, but they look up at you.
Bowie takes one of her flasks of water
You're Bowie
and
now?
uses shape water. What? What? Did I say Bowie?
You said Bowie.
Did I say Bowie?
Yes.
Did I get my own character? Damn it.
Everybody is now
Brooke,
Bowie.
How the feel, Kit?
Okay, kid.
Feels awful.
Here's Bowie character, the sheet, and don't drop.
Okay, no. She takes some of her water from her and uses shape water.
Okay.
And I am going to quickly Actually, no, before I properly even do that. So it says I could freeze the water. Could I still technically manipulate the water and just hurl an ice?
Okay, so you want to freeze the water and then hurl.
Like, I actually do that right now, but I just need to know that before I do anything or try to show them something.
Describe to me what you want to do, just so we're on the same page.
She wants to take the water from her flask and shape it into a sphere and freeze it.
Okay.
And she's trying to get their attention, and then she's gonna... Is there anything I could throw it against without causing, like, any, like, massive damage?
To people or property?
Both.
Well, hang on. You could throw at the field. That wouldn't do any damage to anything.
Is there more like a barrel nearby that probably is empty?
There's a few barrels and a few boxes, but you don't sure if they have stuff in them or if they're empty.
Fuck it. She hurls the giant ice thing and hope... It's kind of... The ice... She has it frozen, hopefully to a point where it could probably shatter easily, but still cause enough damage to something. Hope, like, undead or something. She's not trying to make it super damaging, but trying to show them. And just she hurls at it.
Well, you do that, and on impact, the ice ball shatters. It does put a bit of a dent in the barrel, but the barrel is much more solid than you thought. So it doesn't really do as much damage that you thought it would be. It just dents it a bit, but not too much.
Alright, she looks over that, gonna kind of retrieve the water with shape water and say, I know you guys can do the same. Harpoons won't last forever, and you need backup. Hello?
Oh, I know. I'm waiting for you to continue, if you're going to continue.
No, that's about it.
Okay. One of the water generosity looks up at you. Seems to be an older man, maybe in his, 50s. Quite a bit older than you. And he says, "What is your point, young lady?"
My point is that if you need to defend yourself, and you use your harpoons, and you have nothing to defend yourself with, you have to use your magic.
You don't think we know that?
I'm asking you, do you know how...
Say that again, you cut out.
No, I stopped mid-sentence. I'm asking, how good are your abilities at using it?
We live in the water our whole lives. I assumed you have too, since you know how to do that. I would say our abilities are quite good enough for what they are.
Have you had to attack with them?
Not living people. But the
Yes.
undead are not living, so it does not matter.
So this is an older man, and then there's another Wardronasi, correct? Is he younger or older as well?
A few. There's three. The one that you were just talking to is a bit older. They all seem a bit older than you, but you're not sure just how old.
Okay, I'm mostly directing this at the ones that may be, not the old... her intentions were not for him. She's pretty confident that he's probably a bit more experienced than them, but she's not able to gauge the other's abilities. She's more...
Okay.
I'm sure you can do well yourself, but what about the rest of you?
One of them looks up, and she's a bit of an older woman. Maybe not she's probably just a few years older than you. She actually, you're not sure if she was just ignoring you or just not paying attention fully. But she just now looks up as she just finished sharpening them with the harpoons, and it gives a bit of a shrug and then goes back to what she was doing. The other one, just sighs and says, "We can use our abilities fairly well. Why? What is it that you want?"
It's not that I want something, I want to know. And you know how well everybody here can defend themselves. My friend over there is hopefully not hurting those two young men. So trying to make sure everybody, if that somehow we fail, that you all won't as well.
No one here is just seasoned adventurer. Not really anyone except for the mayor and his helper, but we know how to fight a bit. These waters aren't all safe. There's creatures in there that wish to take our fish and attack our boats. We know how to fight a bit. We know how to use our abilities. We know how to use our harpoons.
Okay. Is anyone here who might have not just using their innate abilities, but has actually bothered to learn more magical ways and could? Guess what I'm looking for is, has anyone ventured beyond their natural known magic? I myself am a druid, so if anybody's new to it, I could coach a little bit.
I only know a few spells. He gestures behind him in a general direction, and he gestures to a few of the some structures out in the water, like near some rocks, pretty far out. And he says, "That's where we are in the mornings and at night, and sometimes throughout the day when it's foggy. That's where we stand to let ships know if they're near rocks. The only spells we know is how to cast dancing lights."
That could work.
"Just so you know, these are the other watchers in the mist."
Cool. That could work. Okay. Dancing lights. That might be useful if it's gonna be odd, but we're gonna try and once the barrier goes down and depending on where undead show up, try and corral them in one spot. Wonder possibly the dancing lights could distract them and lead them to that one area.
Perhaps. Young lady, I don't mean to be rude, but we are old, or getting there. Not many people in this town are comfortable with this. They're only doing what they can to protect their homes. They have no interest in learning how to fight.
I never said we were going to teach you how to fight, just how to defend yourselves and we want to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible. We'll be the ones doing the fighting, but we're good for help as well.
Do you realize you fought these undead, correct? You have, right?
Correct.
You do realize they're made of fog. They can materialize wherever they want.
Made of... Why the hell did nobody tell me they're made of fog?
Surely you would have noticed that if you fought them.
No, I'm kind of an idiot.
That's why they don't leave anything behind once you kill them. That's why they just disintegrate. We've fought them off before. I have a friend who lost his life because he tried to fight them off. He took 2 of them with him before he went too. They never left bones or objects. They always just disappeared back into the fog. As great as your corralling idea is, don't think it's going to work very well.
Well, I guess thanks for informing me of that. I don't think any of my companions really realize that either.
You're muted.
Nah. Brooke's gonna walk away and guess kind of see how badly beaten those 2 boys are.
Hey.
Just a little bit bruised. She scrapes. Maybe a busted knee or 2.
No, she's not that cruel.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like from busted knees from like falling on the ground.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm actually gonna hop over to Hoot.
Hi.
What are you doing?
He was gonna head over to try and fight with Bowie to like get some of his own training. And just to mention, I did bring up the whole fact of the fog. I just wanted to mention that. But Kenneth is going to yeah, he's gonna head over to the teenagers fighting with sticks.
You walk up, just as one of these boys tries to jab his broom, basically is what it is, at Bowie's like shoulder or chest area, just trying to hit her in general. Anywhere. If he can hit her anywhere, he's what he's trying to do. As he does, Bowie is able to very easily knock it out of his hands and then use it to kind of push him back as well. That's what you walk up to.
Does there happen to be any stray stick flying around?
They're not using sticks, they're using
Well,
brooms.
broomsticks. Yeah, is there any just lying around?
Oh,
Or
okay. You look for one, and there's a few nearby, like up against a home that no one's using.
Kenneth's gonna grab one, and is he standing behind Bowie or in front of Bowie?
Behind.
So he's gonna grab it and he's gonna walk up behind Bowie, but keep a distance until he catches the eye of one of the teenagers.
Okay.
Once he catches the eye of one of the teenagers, he's just gonna give a look and just nod and be like, "It's like this," and he's going to attempt to sneak attack Bowie.
oh boy.
He's
Okay.
gonna die by doing this, but I have to look up action stuff. So, how does one sneak attack?
You just attack with advantage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But would Bowie notice?
Roll perception. And Justin, roll to hit, but make advantage. Just
So,
because you are behind her.
16?
so what would I?
Hang on, Justin.
It's-
Give that just a second. Roll for stealth, real quick.
Gladly.
Let's see if you beat Bowie 16. Oh,
That's a
Whoa.
16.
you guys have the same fucking modifiers as well. She rolled a 10 but has a +6, and you rolled a 6 but +10. Well,
Should we just reroll again, or can I just have this?
both of you roll again.
Oh boy. 23?
Oof.
Oh shit.
rolling at 20, Burb, or Justin.
I don't even need enough.
Oh my god.
Peace sign and evaporation.
it's just
How have I done this?
Twice.
Every fucking time tonight. I
Why?
have called it. I have called it. Every single time I've called it.
The dice is rigged. The dice is rigged.
Rigged.
I swear to God.
I love whenever I get a 30 on a self, because all I'm picturing is the whole peace sign evaporating into thin air.
He just goes
Every
fucking
time.
invisible. Like, even Kentry can't see him. Oh my God.
So,
Louis-
what would I roll to hit is my question, though, because
You
I
just
don't
rolled
have
a-
a...
Since you have
Would
a
it be an
6, that's an
unarmed
improvised.
strike?
That's an improvised weapon.
So,
Hang on.
okay.
I know I play a rogue, but I'm fucking stupid. One of the more advanced people who play D&D longer than me, how does sneak attack work again?
As long as you hit. So when you roll a hit, so as long as you hit a roll, so they have to roll it. So just as to roll a hit. Well, you get advantage on it as well, as long as a ally within 5 foot, or they are surprised, which Bowie doesn't see them. So I think that's advantage. Although I'm sure JD can correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
pretty-
advantage.
Yeah. Okay. And then pretty much it's half of your level when it comes to damage. So it's for Kenneth, it's 3d. Yeah, 3d.
Okay, so Justin,
what
are you
would the
trying to
modifier be? No, I'm just trying to hit.
Okay, so you're just trying to like poker. Okay. So roll a hit with advantage.
Do I have a modifier, like a +1, +2? Or do I just roll a 20?
So this is
It'd
like
be
an
20.
improvised attack because it's not one of your objects. What are the rules on that?
No.
Fuck, I can't remember them. JT, Burb, do you
Are these
remember?
broomsticks like equivalent to like a staff sword kind of shit?
No, that's not the same. Staffs are more equally balanced.
Should
Brooks
Okay,
is
so
I
these
not.
just roll unarmed strike then?
What I was thinking, see, would you count it as strength or would you count the broomstick as strength or dex? I guess it depends on how the person wants to use it. Would you rule that, Peach? So then,
I'll say Dex just because he's not trying to hurt her. He's just trying
Yeah.
to like poker.
all right.
So roll to hit with advantage, and then
Your
just
dex modifier only, yeah, because I wouldn't say proficiency bonus on top of that.
yeah.
So that would just be 1d20
So-
plus 4.
Well, 2d.
2d20, but you know what I mean.
10
That ain't it.
Did you roll it with advantage?
with
Oh,
advantage.
That was advantage. You
Oh
just rolled
damn, you
shit.
did.
Yeah, that was advantage. Armor class
Yeah.
18.
So you go
So
to
Bowie would.
you're able to like easily sneak up on Bowie, but just as you go to get her, you trip or you falter over something. You're not really sure what the hell happened, but your broom, the end of your broomstick, goes right over her shoulder, and Bowie, you're now aware that someone's behind you.
Like that, huh? Anyways, she's just gonna look at Hoot and then look back at the boys, just teaching them one more lesson. Basically, if an opponent is past the tip, you shove them away instead, like holding the broomstick long wise and then shoving them. That's how you keep people at bay. It's not really meant to kill, it's just, keeping people safe at a distance, at least. She's basically teaching them self-defense rather than actual fighting.
Yeah.
Kenneth's just gonna look at her with
Anyways,
defeat on his face, being like,
I
seriously.
I tried.
Brooke's there, and I guess she sees this. Kind of.
Still talking to the Warjanasi.
No, at this point.
Yeah, like this is still going on. Like when you went to go over to talk to the Water Genasi, Coot went over to talk to
Okay.
Bowie. This is all happening
There-
at the exact time.
I half-hearted laugh. And
Boo's just gonna look down at Hoot and just offer a hand to help them up and just say, "Luck was never really on your side, was it?"
He's just gonna sigh and look at her. Never was. Never.
Understandable. That's why you
What?
take luck. That's why you
Okay.
take luck and then punch him in the balls.
So, Justin, it's really funny you said that. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
No, it's quote the Kenku, nevermore.
Same thing. All right. So, Alina, what are you doing?
Pretty much, I'm just be like watching this whole thing go on, and seeing poor Bowie is giving these kids a little bit of a life lesson. She's gonna head over once she's finished talking to Kenneth, and jokingly just go, Bowie, how about you pick on someone your own size? 1v1 me. Well, fight me. And look at the kids and just go, you two, you don't have to worry about this. I mean, I can fight, and I'm about your age. I'll see. Maybe watch me a little bit.
They're older than you, by the way, Lois.
They're still teenagers. That's what I mean. Teenagers.
Yeah.
It's not an adult
Kenneth's
teaching a
gonna roll
child.
his eyes at this, especially since he just missed.
Blue's just gonna stand there and say, I'm just teaching them the basics. They're doing pretty well compared to what they were 5 minutes ago.
That is, I mean, yeah, I've been watching.
So, are you two gonna spar now?
Do you want? I mean, I think he's up for it.
Give me just a second. Darius, what is Darius doing?
Eating, give me a second.
Ooh.
Go do
That
the
was
mounts.
me. That was me earlier.
Also, I did a dumbass thing. I was like, okay, pain is reducing. I'm still in pain. What do? I eat salt and vinegar chips, which increase the pain for him.
Lois, you're stupid, but also I do the same thing all the time.
Like, I was just like, pain. What do I do? Is eat something with salt and vinegar on it. That's gonna end well. So if you go back and watch the stream, you see where I mute not only my OBS mic, but my Discord mic, and I'm just like going, in the back. You can't hear it. And I'm just like, regrets, but this is so good, but this is so painful, but it's so good.
I want someone to clip that, please.
You can't, because she muted herself on
I know.
OBS.
Aw, damn. Damn.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be painful, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to mute stuff on both things.
Alright, I'm no longer eating.
Yes.
Alright, what is Darius doing now?
I'm just gonna go outside and look at the progress of all the nerds trying to learn how to fight with broomsticks. Like other versions.
As you come outside, you would see Bowie attempting to teach these kids how to use broomsticks as weapons. You would also see Brooke talking to some older water genasi after trying to show them how to use a ice ball. Doesn't seem to be going too well for her though. But after
The only
Mom
other water
continued
genasi she's ever interacted in her life was her parents. She doesn't know what to do.
as you continue to watch, Hoot comes over, tries to sneak attack on Bowie. Somehow he falls. He trips over a rock that was like poked up out of the stone ground a little bit more. He trips and goes on his butt. And then Alita comes over, and that's where you come outside.
Oh, I'm not interacting. I'm just gonna keep watching. These guys are doing just fine on their own, except Brooke. But I don't have ice powers, so I can't exactly help.
Alright. Do you guys want to spar, or do you want to do time skip to the next day?
Bro, do you want to spar? Can I do like a round of sparring, or do you want to just time skip, bro? I don't mind.
We can time skip.
Sure.
Wait, Brooke needs to tell him about the corralling idea is bad.
Alright, Lois, Bowie, roll, Lois, heads or tails?
Tails. Of course I say tails. Fucking.
It's heads.
Oh, fuck.
Bowie wins the combat.
But imagine. Somewhat close.
Brooke, you would have come over just as their little sparring match ended. It seems to have been a close fight, though. But it ends with Lena on her butt, and Bowie helping her up off the ground.
Cool.
Yeah, I beat up a child. Now, where's my healing I'm hurting a bunch.
Brooke yells, "Think fast!" Throws her
Think fast.
water at Bowie.
Okay, can I make an acrobatics check to basically just hold the broomstick in front of her to just, block the water ball? Because
Sure.
No, she's using shape water. That's what I meant by throw. She's like black with it.
and you're throwing it at her.
Yeah. Like, you can still
Acrobatics.
try and block it. It's water, though.
No. Oh, here's the thing. She's gonna use the wide end of the broomstick as a shield.
Alright, let's see if we can do this. Should I roll the hit or something? Do another bit.
It's a 13. As bad as she is, she's not that badass.
What should I roll?
You're trying to splash her?
Splash her with water, but she's trying to block it.
I'll just say roll to hit.
Okay.
Because you're still trying to hit her with some water.
I'd say
Even if
spell
it's
save
just
DC.
water.
Well, that's been D20 or like, will that be plus anything?
I would say maybe spell save DC, but that's at the peach. Or your spell,
I don't know what that-
roll to hit with your spell, sometimes you with a spell,
Yeah,
like a
roll to
+7.
hit with your spell.
Okay. That would be a...
My English is good tonight. I'm sorry, my mouth is still in pain, but I'm trying to do my best at English.
That's a 26. She gets
Damn.
water all over her face.
Yeah.
I can say a really bad joke, but I'm not going to.
Wet pussy. There you go.
Too bad a cat's got Lois's tongue.
Yeah, and then I guess since Bowie's covered in water now, she tells the two water Nazis, like, expect the unexpected.
Yeah. Expect the unexpected, and she's gonna prepare the broomstick as a javelin.
Roll to hit.
She's not actually gonna do it. She just wanted to make Brooke afraid.
Damn it.
Like she.
Brooke reflexively
No,
gets
here's
to
the
like a
thing.
fighting stance. Like,
No, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Brooke already knows how Bowie holds her javelin, right?
yeah, Brooke is scared as shit of that.
Yes. Expect the unexpected. And look straight at her,
Who is doing that to their mic?
please.
Please
Just-
stop.
Justin, please. Okay, they're muted. Now they're
Wait,
not.
so
Okay.
That might have been me touching my iPad.
Trust me, it
Oh,
wasn't
wait,
me. I
fuck.
stay muted.
Okay, well, Brooke reflexively gets in a defensive stance, like, don't you fucking dare.
She's just gonna stare at her for a while before immediately ignoring her, turning towards the boy and handing them the broomstick back. You guys practice, practice what you know so far, and I don't know how much time you have left, but maybe you can, teach these moves to some other people that you might know. I mean, who knows? One day you might be badasses yourself.
They seem a bit thankful that the little training session is over, but at the same time, they seem to have, you can tell they seem to have enjoyed themselves, and they thank you and actually continue practicing with each other. Shit.
As there's a lot, at least I just walk to Bowie and just go, can I put a hand out for a handshake and just go, that was a good spar.
I can't.
What?
Louis just gonna joke around and just be like, I can't shake your hand because my hands are numb. Thanks. Steve."
You put up a good fight.
I mean, you're like, what, 10 years older than me at this point? I don't know.
What?
Older? 10 years old.
Older?
Younger. No. What was the word? Younger. There we go. My comment's not that good. Yet.
Chuckle. I mean, I don't know, 15. What's your age, I guess? I don't actually asked.
5?
Near 30s.
So, around
Nearing
about
30.
12, 13 years.
Yeah. Anyways, Brooke, is there a reason why you decided to make me into a wet pussy? I'm sorry.
Does she actually say that?
She's gonna put her paw up in front of her mouth to like avoid Alina quote unquote hearing it.
20 passive
Brooke
perception.
Brooke just kind of leans over and starts laughing.
All right, Justin, don't forget, you are right there with them. If you want to say your idea, you are right there with them.
Anyway,
Hang
can
on.
Brooke...
Hang on. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Go on, Justin.
So Kenneth was still kind of pissed off about the whole how the fuck did I miss that? He was just thinking around every time he seen Bowie fight, and then he just remembered something. Hey guys, making sure like nobody's around listening to him.
Yeah?
I think doesn't like heat make fog disappear?
I mean, fog is, if I remember correctly, water, or like low cloud. So water should evaporate it fast, or heat should evaporate it faster.
Yeah.
In the savannas where I live, it usually fogs in the morning when it rains. High humidity along with cold temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But if we have a whole bunch of fog in one place, and I remember that when the mayor used that fireball thingy, it actually cleared out a decent chunk of area. We could use that to our advantage.
So what you're saying is we need to make some tripod
What
torches.
fireball thing?
His magic thingy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Firewire.
Yeah, and I guess in relation to the fog, he probably should have figured out this sooner. Those zombies are undead, I guess, are straight up made of the fog. The corralling idea is not going to work.
So in that case, make sure the fact that they can only come from one main direction that we can keep an eye on.
We could block areas of the town with heat if we
That's what I'm
light
thinking.
enough like candles and everything.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's
That's what I'm thinking. Tripod torches. I don't know how many people you know of those, but they might work.
Everyone on Majin knows magic, right?
Not everyone, but it's a
What do you
pretty
mean, Calamus?
common thing.
Yeah, Calamus.
I figured you meant Calamus.
Yes.
Not everyone knows it, but it is very common for most people to know it. It's not usual that people don't know it. If they don't know it, it's because they just don't want to know or some other reason.
If people know magic, then they could probably defend themselves against these, whatever the heck these creatures are. Ghosts? I don't know. Anyways, magic seems to work well against them. So I'm assuming that these guys are smart enough to, I don't know, magically enhance their weapons and such in order to make them hit. Shit, I should have told that to the kids. Fuck.
I don't think they're that advanced in magic. They're fairly young.
Even just coding it a little, it won't deal damage, but it'll at least make contact with them.
That is
And
if they
contact
even
is
want
most
to fight.
important. It's when they have to fight is what I'm worried about.
True. But if we actually say it like that, though, you could actually cause more worry than we can have people working to fight. You could cause more worry instead of causing people to fight with us or for themselves.
What do you mean?
By telling them if they need to fight in case, that's making them think there's a chance they could actually die, and by making them think there's a chance they could actually
They already have
die,
that in mind, Kenneth.
yeah, but they'll just double down on trying to hide themselves away instead of actually trying to learn to fight. Trust me, remember that storm? I thought I was going to die, and I usually don't care if I was going to die, but I doubled down and hid myself in that boat as much as I could as that storm was happening.
Kenneth, look around you. Look at these people. What are they doing? They're preparing for the inevitable, because I managed to talk some sense into them. with some rather poor choice of words, especially the barbarian lady over there. I still owe them an apology drink, but you know, they're preparing either way in case they do have to fight. Because it's much better to fight rather than to die cowering in the corner. It's much better to fight in order to preserve your way of life rather than just let everything happen. I'm pretty sure that's what these people are thinking now.
True.
Yeah.
But, yeah. At least I thought of the fire idea. He mumbles to himself. He's clearly trying his best here, and he's not that good at trying to prepare for war, but you could tell he's trying.
Fire is good. It might actually be helpful because it can provide visibility, it can provide a safe place for people to gather as a last resort if they, need it.
I say that we get others and try to tell them about our heat and set up some, torches so that we could light up once the fog rises. All right.
I could look for firewood so that way I could actually know something that I'm actually able to make so I could actually aid in helping you guys in a way.
We should probably also continue helping others out, kind of how Bowie was teaching themselves, stuff like that.
You know you're talking to me, right?
I don't know how many people know how to do a tripod fire, but they're designed for nighttime fishing. You build
this is a fishing town.
But it's quite simple. It's like a big wooden tripod that has beams of wood and then kindling, and you light that, and the little middle part keeps the light, and they're designed for night fishing, so you have a nice big light.
Would Brooke know what that is?
Probably, but I just know this is just my actual survival knowledge in real life that I'm just bringing.
Brooke would probably know this. She lived on the freaking ocean.
Yeah.
She knows this shit.
So it's a bright enough light.
Elena, I know how they work.
Well, she's just going to look to Bowie and Kenneth. These two might not.
Good point.
It's a big enough light that pretty much it should give, and it's freestanding, so we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about holding a torch.
But we still need the materials, so I could go get the materials with a group of people.
You could probably ask the town folks who are working on barriers and such. They seem to know their woodwork.
Yeah. Just work on protecting building up the defenses on the town and getting people, a little more prepared. All right?
Mm-hmm.
We also need lights. Lots of lights, specifically lights in the sky, because I managed to notify you guys for the candle.
Actually, that's already covered.
It is?
Some of those people over there, she points towards the group of Nazi. It's like, they know dancing lights.
Good. They should probably be the first to signal the town then, in case
You
if an attack
realize
happens.
you didn't tell them what to do with that, right? You was like, "Oh, cool. You know what? Cool," and then you walked away. You didn't tell them what to do.
She didn't tell them to do right, but she's meeting with the group before they have any concrete plans with them. Good lord. She doesn't want to hey, by the way, guys, we're doing this, and then she talks to them. It's like, wait, never mind, guys, we're doing this. She doesn't want to freaking do that.
Well, then lead me to where they are so I can,
Yeah, she's
tell them how best to use it.
over to them. She walks back over to them and is like, "Come over here," and is like, how many of you know dancing lights again?"
Hold on. I want to tell Bowie, Alina. I want Bowie to tell Alina about notifying the rest of the townsfolk about the plan. If there's dancing lights in the sky, that means there's an attack coming or something like that.
Yeah.
Make sure that the rest of the town is informed as to what that means.
You want me to go around and just tell everyone that?
Yeah, it'd be best.
Alright, yeah, I'm pretty quick on my feet.
Alright.
I know Gizmo.
Much quicker than I. Thank you.
I know Gizmo. Meow to you too. Yeah, so yeah, Lena's going to, make sure she's prepared, and that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna go around the area, like where, I guess the main training area is, where all the people are hanging out, and just pass the word on. And, also, use word of mouth, so, tell some people, say, pass it on, kind of thing, to spread it out faster.
Nice.
Alright.
So now Bowie's gonna be with Brooke.
Alright, Brooks be like, so, how many of you know dancing lights again? I think we have an idea of what to do now.
The first one that you spoke to earlier, the one who seemed to be a bit more annoyed by your presence, he looks up, and sighs, very exasperated. All of us know it, dear. What do you want?
I didn't know all of you knew it, good lord. Well, Bowie?
It's good that you know it because you guys are watchmen, right?
Yes, we are.
Well then, maybe if you spot something, you can cast dancing lights for us so that we know where they are. It'll be a good signal to have the citizens prepared in case they need to fight in that exact area, and it'd be good to give us a signal so that we can rush over there and assist. Think you can do that?
Say that again, Burb. My brain is wanting to shut down.
Oof. Basically, what she said is, if they see a threat or what they think is a threat, they should probably cast dancing lights into the sky, so that way the townsfolk can get ready for a possible attack near their area, and for us, the party, will be able to head over and assist if possible.
Yeah, maybe guess have some people stationed in certain areas so that they could cast if they see something suspicious.
Yes, we can do that. That's what we do anyway.
Thank you. Not sure what else to say anymore.
I think we've kind of wrapped everything up, yeah?
Yeah. Hey Darius, what are you doing?
Mel's out of character, but...
I know.
Observing the town folk. I want to feel prepared to offer circumstances before I take action.
I sadly can't hear JT. Oof, someone left.
Imagine paying money for a mic that works.
Yeah.
I fucking can't because I paid money for this mic, and I can't be heard when it's pressed literally to my fucking mouth.
Your last mic sounds way better. This one sounds like there's water in the background or something.
That's probably my open window.
Yeah, I can literally hear crickets. I can actually hear crickets.
And I got it from the Dollar General, so tells you how good it is.
That's probably why. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what is it that you said is Darius?
Observing the townsfolk. I want to see how prepared they are before I act at all.
Well, as you look around, you see... son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Bitch of a son.
Of a son, bitch.
As you look around, you see that most of the homes and businesses and just overall, most of the buildings have wooden stakes in front of them that they've positioned in a way that if an undead tried to go at the building, they would either be impaled on the wooden stakes or just hurt badly by them. The windows are all boarded up. The doors have extra boards nailed into them so that they're more solid, so they're not as easily damaged. They seem to be well prepared on that front, and then you see a few of them are trying to practice with what Bowie taught them to do, and then the others, like the water genasi, are sharpening what tools they have.
All right. It's just my catchphrase for the entire campaign, but I really don't know what to do at this juncture. So I guess pass me or something else.
No, you're all right. All right, so I'm gonna ask this again. Do you guys want to jump skip now to the next day?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So just before I do that, I'm gonna time skip to like later that night. Like, this is the point where you guys are in the inn again. It's around 10 o'clock. You all, I want to say you've just all finished eating dinner, or at least the ones that do eat dinner. You can see just before all of you have started going to your room, your designated room area. You do hear some people calling out outside.
Guess where I'm going.
Same.
Follow.
I'm making sure that I've got everything ready as well. Making sure I've got second Lena here. She's like, right, well, she's gonna try to do a 180 and go straight out the door.
And Brooke goes as well.
Yeah, I'm following.
All right.
Preferably after gathering my short spear.
Okay. All of you follow out the door, and you realize there is no one dead. However, there are plenty of people outside, and many of them seem to be pointing up the field or whatever that is that people are calling it, and see that it's beginning to flicker in certain areas, like it's weakening. It's
Oh, no.
holding. It's holding for the moment you see, but it does seem to be growing weaker.
That's not good. That is not good at all.
I'm
So we have less
gonna
time to
gather
thought,
my
then.
armor equipment.
Mm-hmm. Second, yep.
Brooke
Yeah,
is
man.
going back in and getting her stuff.
Yep.
Should we call in those casting lights early?
Possibly. It might be worth it.
Yeah. Kenneth, can you go and try and get the others' attention? Prepare for if the field goes down.
Wait, what do you need to do? Can you repeat
She's
that,
telling.
please?
I'm assuming you heard them to her plane. She's telling Kenneth to get those who know the dancing lights to get like. I'm assuming we've discussed at this point like positions.
And the people who were talking to do what? He's
Kenneth
gonna go
needs
do
to
what he's
alert
told.
people.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm guessing that he already knows the people that he needs to alert.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna go do what he was told.
All right, hey guys.
Mhm.
This is where I'm ending the session.
Alrighty. Oh dear lord, it's 12:16 a.m.
Joke's on you. It's 11:16 for me.
Fuck you. I mean the
Fuck
future.
you.
Joke's on you. Lois is already in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cat,
fuck
I
off.
hope you all had a good night.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed
Sorry.
the stream.
Let me go. Give me a second. I'm gonna go raid someone.
Do check in next time for what's going to happen next week.
I'm gonna go raid
Mhm.
somebody because why not? They're streaming a game that I may have been wanting them to stream for a while. Haha.
All of you have a good night. Stay safe. Sleep well.
No, you
Good jazz.
Give me just one moment.
Don't forget
remember
to
to don't get ED.
yeah. Don't get erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't. That's no bueno.
Yeah, you should get that checked out if you have it though.
Oof.
All right. I'm gonna go raid.
Yay, Ray.